Y-A-N-K-E-S. Here come the Yankees. Let's get behind and cheer the Yankees. They're gonna learn to feel the Yankees. Everyone knows they play to win.
From Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, here is New York Yankee baseball. Tonight, the first place New York Yankees meet the Boston Red Sox. Brought to you by Peel's Real Draft, the kind of beer you first love. By Frigidaire, makers of the famous full line of dependable Frigidaire appliances. And by Ozark, the go-getter airline. Good evening, everybody. From Fenway Park, this is Frank Messer, along with Phil Rizzuto and Bill White. Broadcasting for the first place Yankees, and doesn't that have a nice ring to it? The first place New York Yankees, with a game lead over the Boston Red Sox, and the Boston Red Sox tonight will try to even the standings up behind Luis Tiant, a record of 20 wins and 11 losses. The Yankees will go with Pat Dobson, who has won 15 and lost 14. Dobson has won 5 games in a row. And I'll be back with the starting lineups for tonight's game in just 1 minute. Well, if you're playing Home Run Payoff, the cash-filled daily news game, be sure to follow every pitch in tonight's 7th inning when the Yankees come to bat. Under the new Home Run Payoff rules, you'll win a cash prize if your name is picked and your batter hits safely. A single is worth $100, a double earns you $200, and a triple gets you $300 cash. And even if your batter doesn't get a hit, you win a pair of tickets to a future Yankee game at Shea Stadium. Of course, if your batter hits a home run, there's a $1,000 payoff. And the big prize, $5,000, plus a 2-week spring vacation in Florida as guest of the Yankees, goes to the lucky winner whose batter hits a grand slam homer. Now, if you're not already playing Home Run Payoff, here's how to get into the game. Simply fill out and mail the Home Run Payoff entry coupon in the New York News, or send in a hand-drawn facsimile. No purchase is required, and you can enter as often as you want. Get into the game right away. Win some of that extra cash now being paid in the Daily News Home Run Payoff game. Well, right now, let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. Just looking down, one of the more exuberant and tipsier fans here. It's been escorted from the playing field before the game even gets underway. Oh, boy. For the Yankees, leading off is designated hitter Roy White. Playing center field and batting second, Elliot Maddox. In right field, hitting third, Bobby Mercer. At third base, batting cleanup, Greg Nuttles. Lou Piniella will be in left field and bat fifth. Chris Chambliss with a 7-game hitting streak at first base, batting sixth. Thurman Munson does the catching and bats seventh. In the number 8 spot, Jim Mason, the shortstop, and batting ninth, second baseman Sandy Alomar. Pitching for the Yankees, Pat Dobson, right-hander, record of 15 and 14. For the Boston Red Sox, leading off and playing left field, Tommy Harper. Juan Benitez will be in center field and bat second. In right field and hitting third, Dwight Evans. Carl Yastrzemski at first base, batting fourth. The number 5 hitter and designated hitter will be Cecil Cooper. Rico Petrocelli at third base will bat sixth. Tim McCarver catching and batting seventh. In the number 8 spot, Doug Griffin, second base. And at shortstop tonight and batting ninth, Rick Burleson. Pitching for the Red Sox, Luis Tiant. On August 23rd, Luis Tiant shut out the Oakland A's. Listen to the hand as he is announced over the PA system. On August 23rd, Tiant shut out the Oakland A's 3-0, defeating Vida Blue, and became the first 20-game winner in the major leagues. Since then, Tiant has started 3 times, and in each of his starts, the Red Sox have been shut out by, listen to this, scores of 1-0, 2-0, and 3-0. So Tiant against Dobson. Tiant now with a record of 20 wins and 11 losses. Right now, let's pause for station identification. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
This is WMCA-New York, and I'm Ken Fairchild, your day starter every day, 5:30 to 9 a.m. Join me, call me, talk to me, love me.
Well, right now, we have a very important announcement for all New York Yankee fans. The Yankees are now accepting mail orders for the 1974 American League Championship Series. If these playoffs are held at Shea Stadium, they will be on weekdays during the week of October 7th. Tickets are sold in sets covering all 3 games. A set of box seats is $21 for the 3 games. A set of reserved seats is $15 for the 3 games. There is no limit on how many tickets you can purchase, and orders will be handled on a first-come, first-served basis. To order Championship Series tickets, send your check or money order to Ticket Director, New York Yankees, Parks Administration Building, Flushing, New York, 11368. And be sure to add $1 for postage and handling to the total order. Remember, at this time, only mail orders are being accepted for the American League Championship Series. If these playoffs are held at Shea, they will be on weekdays during the week of October 7th. And those prices again for box seats: a set of box seats, $21 for the 3 games. A set of reserved seats, $15 for the 3 games. That address again: Ticket Director, New York Yankees, Parks Administration Building, Flushing, New York, 11368. Be sure to add $1 for postage and handling to the total order. The umpires tonight: at home plate, Don Denkinger; at first base, Hank Morganwick; at second base, Marty Springstead; and at third base, Russ Getz. The umpires are at home plate now with manager Bill Verdon of the Yankees and manager Darrell Johnson of the Boston Red Sox. Last night, the Yankees broke an 11-game losing streak here in Fenway Park, reclaiming sole possession of first place in the American League East. The Yankees have won 10 out of their last 13, 15 of 19, and 19 of 25. 22 games remain on the Yankee schedule. In uniform for the New York Yankees tonight, but not in the starting lineup, is Alex Johnson, purchased in a waiver transaction with Texas yesterday afternoon. Johnson dressed up for the game tonight. He's wearing uniform number 54 tonight. He'll put on number 23 when the Yankees come home to Shea. So from that, I'd have to say that Alex Johnson and Dick Williams are the same size, because isn't that the uniform they had for Dick Williams when he signed as manager of the Yankees, and had to be, well, we'll say unsigned. Right now, the Boston Red Sox are on the field. Louis Tiant runs from the dugout to the pitcher's mound, and John Kiley will play our national anthem. Play the Red Sox here in Boston. The Baltimore Orioles, who are 1 game out of first place, will be playing the Milwaukee Brewers in Milwaukee. And as soon as that game starts, we'll keep up with it for you. Detroit is at Cleveland. Mickey Lolich going against Fritz Peterson. Chicago at Minnesota. We do not have the pitchers as yet. And Kansas City at California. In the National League, we have a score. At the end of 5.5 innings, the Los Angeles Dodgers 1 and the Atlanta Braves 0. Sutton and Morton are the pitchers there. This afternoon, revenge for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They scored 12 runs in the first 5 innings and beat the Chicago Cubs 12-4 at Wrigley Field. Ken Brett the winner, 13-7. Rick Russell was the loser. He's 13-11. Home runs in the ball game: Hebner for the Pirates, his 15th. Fanzo number 4 and Tyrone number 2 for the Chicago Cubs. Pittsburgh 12 runs on 20 hits and no errors. Chicago 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. Later on tonight, San Diego at Cincinnati, Philadelphia at St. Louis, and San Francisco at Houston. The New York Yankees, with a record of 75 wins and 65 losses, lead Boston and Baltimore by 1 game. The Red Sox and the Orioles tied with 74-66 marks. And still in the race, the Cleveland Indians, who have won 69 and lost 70. The Indians are 5.5 games behind the New York Yankees. Roy White is set to lead things off for the Yankees. Roy went 1 for 5 last night. He reached on an error by shortstop Mario Guerrero in the first inning. Stole second, went to third on an error that will be charged to Doug Griffin, the second baseman. It was charged to Montgomery, but it will be changed. And then scored on a base hit. Pitch to Roy is up high, ball 1. We'll talk about that play as we get a chance. Roy hitting .282, 4 homers, 34 ribbies, and the next pitch fast and low. 2 balls and no strikes. I talked to Griffin about the play before he came upstairs tonight, asked him who was supposed to cover second base. He said it was his misunderstanding that caused the error, and he's asked the official scorer to change it from Montgomery to him. Pitch is high, ball 3. Griffin said that the mix-up came when Guerrero, he said Mario does not call the cover play on every pitch. Strike is over as Tiant took something off of it. He said Guerrero told him to cover on the first pitch. Or rather, told him to cover in the first inning, I'm sorry. This pitch is hit high in the air to right field. Drifting for it, Evans. Dwight is under it, waiting, and makes the catch. He said Guerrero told him to cover second base for the entire first inning, thus allowing Guerrero to concentrate on the hitter and not call the play. He said he misunderstood and thought Guerrero told him to cover only on the first pitch. Therefore, the mix-up, and Evans with Griffin with quite a touch of class, I'd have to say, has asked the scorer to give him the error, but certainly they can't charge it to Montgomery, whose throw hit the bag at second. So that clears that up. Here's Elliot Maddox batting .306. He went 2 for 3 in last night's ball game. Drove in the first run. He takes a slider over. Strike 1 called. Louis Tiant making his 34th start. He has 23 complete games and 6 shutouts. He rocks over the rubber, spins and deals over the head of Maddox. Change up, head high. Elliot ducked it. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out and none on. The next pitch coming. Breaking ball is over. These fans riding on every pitch. We'll have another crowd, I'd have to say, close to 35,000 here tonight. Another sellout at Fenway Park in Boston. With 2 strikes now, Petrocelli backs off at third. The pitch to Maddox is fouled back. Count rides at a ball and 2 strikes. Harper over toward the corner in left field. Bonica straight away in center. Evans shallow in right. Infield plays him shaded a couple of steps toward third base. Big spin, and the pitch is hit on 1 hop off the glove of Petrocelli. Maddox is going to beat out the play. A base hit. Sinking line drive came up on a short hop to Petrocelli off the heel of his glove, and Maddox gets an infield hit to lead it off to be on with 1 out. So Maddox at first, 1 away, and Bobby Mercer the batter. Bobby went 2 for 5 last night. He feels that his swing has come back to him.
Bobby Mercer, right field.
He's batting .278, 7 home runs, and a team leading 69 runs batted in. Maddox at first, 1 out. Tiant working off the set position. Drops those hands down in the shuddering motion. And the pitch to Bobby, hit high in the air to right field. Over toward the line goes Dwight Evans. He's under it and makes the catch. Maddox hustles back into first base, and Mercer is out 2 down.
Number 9, Greg Nettles.
Now the cleanup batter, Greg Nettles. Nettles was 1 for 4 last night. On a hustling play, he scored from second base on a Chris Chambliss single to right field. Nettles is batting .248, 17 home runs to lead the team, 66 RBIs. As Tiant started his motion, Nettles requested time to ask the second base umpire to move out of his line of vision. So out at second base, Marty Springstead accommodates him. Now Tiant deals an off-speed pitch high and away for a ball. Tiant's changeup just fluttered high and outside. Ball 1. Yastrzemski holding Maddox on at first base. Griffin, the second baseman, is way back in the grass about 2 or 3 steps. Burleson, his shortstop, pulled over behind second. They're playing Nuttles to pull, and the pitch to him. Fastball is over at the letters, 1-1. The outfield shades him around to the right side. With the right fielder Evans pretty much straight away, there's a bit of a gap in left center. Down come the hands of Tiant to the belt. Down to the head, Maddox goes, pitches hit in the air down the left field line, digging hard for it, Harper still coming, over to the line, he's under it, he makes the catch. Long run for Tommy Harper, who had shaded Nuttles over towards center field. As we told you, the outfield played him around. No runs, a base hit, no errors, and a man left on. And in the middle of the first inning, the score, the Yankees nothing, and the Boston Red Sox coming to bat.
Service. We're big on that. When you buy an airline ticket, you're buying service. And at Ozark, we try to give you your money's worth. Service in making reservations, planning your trip, at the ticket counter, service on board. Ozark didn't get where it is by being small in things that really count. Service, we're big on that.
Go Ozarks Evening Jet, 6:45 p.m. to Washington with through service to Champaign, Urbana, and Peoria. Ozark Jets to Champaign, Urbana, Peoria, and Springfield, Illinois. Call Ozark or your travel agent.
Hi, my name is Julian Schlossberg, and each Sunday evening from 8 to 10 p.m. I talk with some of the most interesting and important people in the motion picture business. Listen in, and maybe we'll have some of your favorites. Maybe we'll have Paul Newman or Robert Redford, or maybe even Raquel Welch. That's Movie Talk on Sunday night from 8 to 10 p.m.
Well, Pat Dobson has just strolled in from the Yankee bullpen to begin his warm-up throws. And we can remind you that Sunday, September 22nd will be Helmet Day at Shea. The Yankees will play the Cleveland Indians in a 2 o'clock ball game. Final weekend game of the season. All fans, 14 and under, will receive one handsome plastic replica of the official Yankee helmet worn by the players. It's a great companion for the other Yankee gift day items, the cap, bat, ball, and T-shirt. So every fan 14 and under on Sunday, September 22nd, 2 o'clock game with Cleveland, will get one of those handsome batting helmets. Pat Dobson has the best earned run average among Yankee starters. He's been one of the American League's most effective pitchers over the last 2 months. He's won his last 5 decisions and is 7-1 since August 1st. Since July 7th, he has pitched to an earned run average of 2.50, winning 9 and losing 4. His overall record, 15-14. In Pat's 14 losses this season, the Yankees have scored only 23 runs. He's ready to pitch to the right-hand hitting Tommy Harper, leading off for the Red Sox. Harper was 2 for 4 last night. He's batting .233, 5 homers, 22 RBIs. Here comes the first pitch to him. Breaking ball low and away, ball 1. On the coaching lines for the Red Sox, Don Zimmer at third base. Eddie Popowski at first base. Infield and outfield play Harper to pull. He swings and he misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Slow curveball from Dobson. Mason deep in the hole at shortstop. Closer to third than he is to second. Alomar well over toward the bag. Chambliss wide of the line at first. There's a pitch just outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Piniella deep toward the left field corner. Maddox in left center. And Bobby Mercer gives Harper almost all of right field. He's way over toward center. Dobson deals. Fastball is looped down into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Mercer corrals the ball as Harper makes the turn and goes back to the bag at first. So Harper goes the opposite way, loops a single to right field. And the leadoff man is on for the Red Sox.
Juan Benitez. Center field.
The batter will be the center fielder, Juan Benitez. Benitez went 1 for 4 last night. He's batting .276, 5 home runs, and 31 RBIs. He's a right-hand batter. Very strange stance. Very deep in the batter's box, feet close together. Down on the end of the bat, Dobson sets, kicks, and deals. There's a bouncing ball left side. Mason has it at short. Goes to second out there. No throw back to first. Harper went rolling in. After second baseman Sandy Alomar, Alomar leaped over Harper coming in, but no chance to get a play at first base. 6-4 on the force out. Benitez at first now, 1 away, and Dwight Evans the batter. The right fielder had 2 for 4 last night, including his 9th home run of the year and his 2nd in 2 days. He's batting .284 for the year with 64 runs batted in. Deep in the right-hand batter's box, the right foot almost outside the rear restraining line. Weight well back on that right foot and leg. Cocks the bat behind his right ear. The runner goes. Pitch is taken for a ball. Munson's throw goes on through into center field. And here comes Benitez on to third base. It will be a stolen base for Benitez, and another throwing error charged to Thurman Munson. Sidearm throw, tailed off to the first base side of second. So the Red Sox, with 1 out, have a runner at third. Yankees keep the infield back. They would concede the run this early in the ball game, bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch. It is low and bounces off Munson's shin guards out in front of the plate. He never got a mitt on it. 2 balls and no strikes. Munson, with a bad hand and arm for much of the year, has now picked up his 23rd error. It was just a couple of years ago he committed only 1 error all year, and that's when he was knocked unconscious in a play at the plate. There's a bouncing foul off to the right side from the bat of Evans. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dobson back behind the pitching rubber. Goes for the rosin bag, tosses it away. And the 2-1 pitch. Just a bit high, awfully close to take. In 1971, Munson committed just 1 error and 615 chances. This year, been another story. There's a pitch hit on the ground to short. Mason has it, looks home, but throws to first, run scores. Mason looked toward the plate. He elected to take the sure route. That's the way they were playing the infield, back for the ground ball, conceding the run, and the Red Sox lead 1-0. 2 outs and nobody on. Credit Evans with an RBI, his 65th of the year, and the batter is Carl Yastrzemski. He's hitting .309. He hit his 15th home run of the year last night. He has 73 runs batted in. Left-hand hitter, and the first pitch to him. Breaking ball is over, strike call. Just before Yastrzemski hit his home run, Mason and Alomar turned over as beautiful a double play as you'll ever want to see. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, 1 hop, knocked down by Alomar. He scrambles, picks it up, throws to first, and he's out at first base. A hustling play by Alomar. That ball came up just as the one did to Petrocelli in the top of the inning on a short, hard hop. He knocked it down, scrambled after it, threw 1 hop to Chambliss at first, and still got Yastrzemski. Good play by Alomar. 1 run for the Red Sox on 1 base hit. There was a Yankee error and nobody left. And at the end of 1 inning, the score is Boston 1 and New York 0. Say, remember the last time you had a draft beer? How cold, creamy, and smooth it was, and how easy it went down? Maybe you had it out of a keg at a picnic, or maybe it was at your local tavern with your buddies. But whenever or wherever you enjoyed your last glass of draft beer, you knew it was something special. The draft beer taste just seemed to have something extra going for it. Peel's figured out a way to put that great draft taste in cans and bottles, and it's just as smooth and creamy as the kind of draft beer you've always enjoyed. Only now you can enjoy it at home, or at the beach, or poolside. So stock up on Peel's Real Draft. There'll still be some hot summer days yet, and that way, all you'll have to do to cool off is open your refrigerator door and get a draft. A can of Peel's Real Draft.
Peel's Real Draft, the kind of beer you first loved.
Well, the Red Sox lead 1-0.
Number 14, Lou.
And let's see.
Let's give.
Lou Piniella is ready to lead off the top of the second. The run, I'm sure, will be scored as unearned. Piniella went 0 for 4 last night. Frank Lou was the only Yankee without a base hit and took quite a riding from his teammates on the bus back to the hotel. He swings on a changeup, pops it up in a shallow right, digging hard for it. Coming in is Evans, the right fielder, and he's got it. Piniella was hitting .298. And now Chris Chambliss, probably the hottest Yankee hitter right now. Chambliss has a 7-game hitting streak, 13 for 28 over that spell, batting .464 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. Last night he went 2 for 4 and hit his 6th home run of the year. Batting .253 overall. The pitch to him, breaking ball, drops in, strike one. At third base, Petroselli is into the cutout portion of the grass on Chambliss. Thurman Munson is on deck. This pitch is fouled back, and the count is strike 2 on Chris Chambliss. Second baseman Griffin back at the edge of the grass. The spin in the pitch, low and outside. When I say spin, it's exactly what Tiant does. He twists his body to the right side all the way back, so he's facing second base, spins back and delivers. He winds. 1-2 pitch to Chambliss. Down low, dug out of the dirt by catcher Tim McCarver. Outfield spreads out on Chambliss. The infield shades him just a bit to the right side. 2-2 deal. Hit on the ground right at the shortstop, Burleson. He's up with it, fires on to first, and Chambliss is out. 2 down. It brings up Thurman Munson, the Yankee catcher. Munson went 2 for 4 last night. He's batting .257, 13 home runs, and 56 RBIs. Well, last night, there were 34,981 here at Fenway Park. Tonight's crowd looks every bit as big. Maybe a few more standees even tonight. First pitch to Munson. Swung on, ground ball to Burleson's left. He's over, gets it, throws on to first, and the side is retired. The Yankees go down 1-2-3 here in the top half of the second. And at the end of 1.5 innings of play, it's the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. Well, when you play as hard as the Yankees, you're bound to have quite a laundry problem, which is probably not too different from your own. That's why you need the built-to-last dependability that Frigidaire washers and dryers are built to give you. Whether your wash day problems are Major League or Little League, Frigidaire gives you the day-in, day-out dependability you're looking for in a washer and dryer. And right now is a good time to get a really good deal on a Frigidaire washer and dryer at your local Frigidaire dealer. See Frigidaire at MacArthur's, 87 West Main Street in Somerville, New Jersey, where outstanding customer service has been a tradition for nearly 20 years. On the Frigidaire scoreboard, Cleveland leads Detroit 1-0 at the end of 1 inning. And it's the Dodgers 1 and the Braves 0 at the end of 5. Pittsburgh beat the Cubs 12-4 on a 20-hit attack this afternoon. Going now to the bottom half of the second inning. Cecil Cooper, the designated hitter, will lead off, to be followed by Rico Petrocelli and then Tim McCarver, the catcher. Cooper's a left-hand batter. Cecil pinch hit last night and struck out. He's hitting .270, 8 homers, 40 RBIs. And he takes over but low on a Dobson slider. Red Sox with a 1-0 lead. Dobson stands upright as he takes the sign, just as stiff as a ramrod. Drops the curve and a cut on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dobson, not much of a windup. Deals, breaking ball, nubbed out in front of the plate. Munson picks it up, barehanded, throws to first, he's out. Munson makes that play better than any catcher I've ever seen. That ball in front of the plate. That time, he picked it up barehanded. He usually corrals it with the mitt, but realized he had to hurry on that one. Burned it down to Chambliss in time to get Cooper. Petrocelli steps in. Rico is hitting .267. He and Yastrzemski are tied for the home run lead on this club with 15. Petrocelli has 71 RBIs, and he went 1 for 4 last night. Takes a hard slider for a strike. Piniella plays him deep in left field. Maddox shades him over in center, and Mercer well around towards center field from right. The infield the same way. Overshifted on Petrocelli. Fastball is low. The Yankees overshifted on Alomar, and he crossed it up by looping one into right field. Or rather on Harper, they overshifted, and he looped one into right field. Dobson's pitch, cut on, bounced to short, charged by Mason, belt high second hop, throws to first, he's out. So there are 2 down. And now the catcher, Tim McCarver.
Number 33.
McCarver did not start last night's game. Bob Montgomery started. McCarver batted for him, came up twice as he stayed in to catch and went 0 for 2. McCarver's a left-hand hitter batting .286. No home runs, no RBIs. Dobson has the sign. The kick and the pitch to McCarver. Down low, ball 1. Following tonight's game, the Yankees will fly on down to Baltimore for a twilight doubleheader tomorrow and a night game on Thursday. 1-0 pitch. High this time. 2 balls and no strikes to Tim McCarver. We'll be on the air tomorrow with a doubleheader at 5:25. Rudy May and Larry Gura pitch for the Yankees against Ross Grimsley and Don Hood. Line drive, base hit into left field. Mason leaped for it, went sprawling, but couldn't get it. Piniella wings the ball back in, and McCarver is on with a 2-out single to left. Base hit number 2 off Dobson. And Doug Griffin, the second baseman, steps in. Griffin went 0 for 4 last night. He's batting .274. No home runs, 31 runs batted in. Spread out in the batter's box. First pitch, cut on, hit in the air to right field. Bobby Mercer after it. Should have it. He's under it near the foul line and makes the catch to retire the side. For the Red Sox in the second, no runs, 1 hit. There were no errors, and the man is left on. So at the end of 2 innings of play, it's the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. When you play as hard as the Yankees, you're bound to have quite a laundry problem. I'm sure you have quite a problem yourself with laundry. That's why you need the built-to-last dependability that Frigidaire washers and dryers are built to give you. Whether your wash day problems are major league or little league, Frigidaire gives you the day-in, day-out dependability you're looking for in a washer and dryer. And right now is a good time to get a really good deal on a Frigidaire washer and dryer at your local Frigidaire dealer. See Frigidaire now at Westbury Appliance Company, 154 Post Avenue in Westbury, New York. You'll find Westbury Appliance are very dependable people. And on the Frigidaire scoreboard, when that Oriole-Brewer game gets underway, starting at 8:30, it'll be Dave McNally for Baltimore and Billy Champion for the Brewers. McNally is 1-1 against Milwaukee this year. Champion is 2-0 against Baltimore. We pause for station identification. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
This is WMCA New York. I'm Leon Lewis. I try to be great from 1 to 4 every afternoon. Catch me. One of these days, I'm going to make it.
Jim Mason leads off the third inning for the Yankees. Mace went 1 for 4 last night. He's batting .241, 5 homers, 34 RBIs. Left-hand hitter. Petrocelli in tight, and the first pitch is fouled back. Petrocelli plays tight to the line and in on the grass against Mason. Outfield is pretty much spread out. He swings in this one. It's a fly ball to center. Beniquez drifting for it. He's under it, makes the catch. Mason flies out to Juan Beniquez. 1 away. And now Sandy Alomar, switch hitter, will come up as a left-hand batter.
Number 2, Sandy Alomar. Second base, Alomar.
Alomar had 2 hits and 4 trips last night. He's batting .283, 1 home run, 23 RBIs. Speaking of homers, the Daily News home run payoff inning will be inning number 7 tonight. Pitch, Alomar bluffs a bunt, takes a strike. Louis Tiant, 4-1 against the Yankees this year. Overall record of 20 wins and 11 losses. Alomar pops this one up behind third. Petrocelli is there in foul territory waiting and makes the catch, and there are 2 down. 2 outs, none on. Roy White will move in for the second time. Roy skied to the right fielder Evans, leading off the first inning.
Designated hitter, White.
Dick Hauser and Elston Howard are on the coaching lines for the Yankees. Hum goes through the crowd here at Fenway Park. You can feel the electricity in the air. The pitch. Curveball, strike 1 is called. Tiant ready again. And a breaking ball misses a bit outside. 1-1 to Roy White. The Yankees broke an 11-game losing streak in this ballpark with their 6-3 win last night behind Dobson and Sparky Lyle's relief pitching. White swings and misses a fastball. And the 1-2 pitch to Roy. Foul back and just below us. Against the Red Sox this year, the Yankees have won 5 and lost 9. After tonight, they'll have 3 games left at Yankee Stadium. A fastball is inside. It backs White out. 2-2. The Yankees have won 4 of the 6 games played at Shea Stadium. Only 1 of 8 here. Down low to White, and the count is full. 3-2. Those 3 games with Boston and Shea will be played a twilight doubleheader on the 24th and a night game on the 25th. Tiant winds, 3-2 pitch to Roy White. Swung on and fouled down at the feet of the catcher McCarver. Fans thought it was a strikeout, but McCarver could not hold it. So White stays alive with a count of 3-2. Tiant again reads McCarver's sign. The windup by the right-hander in the pitch. This one is cut on and missed, strike 3. Tiant picks up his first strikeout, and the Yankees are retired in order. Nothing across, and at the end of 2.5 innings, the score is Boston 1 and New York nothing.
Beginning with the 1975 models, every car sold in America will have to run on only one kind of gasoline, no lead. But there's a real need for this gasoline right now, because ever since 1971, auto manufacturers have been designing cars that can run on no-lead gasoline. So Getty, the company famous for selling one grade of gasoline, is now selling 2. Getty Premium, and introducing Getty No-Lead. Because Getty No-Lead is just that, a no-lead gasoline, if you own a 71 or newer car and you use Getty No-Lead, you shouldn't need as many tune-ups, which means Getty No-Lead gives you more miles for your money from your ignition system, more miles for your money from your spark plugs, more miles for your money from your emission control system. Getty No-Lead. You'll have to use it in the future, but you'll use it now if you're smart.
Well, we'd like to remind you once again that the Yankees are accepting mail orders for the 1974 American League Championship Series. Should the Yankees win the Eastern Division, games will be played at Shea Stadium during the week of October 7th. Games 3, 4, and 5 if necessary. Tickets are sold in sets, $21 for a box seat, $15 for a reserved seat covering all 3 games. No limit on the number of tickets fans may buy. Orders are taken on a first-come, first-served basis. Rick Burleson, the shortstop, leads off the bottom half of the 3rd. Right-hand hitter takes a strike. Dobson, with a breaking pitch, got the inside corner. Burleson went 0 for 1 last night. He's hitting .299. 3 home runs, 36 RBIs. The next pitch. On the fists, he pops it up into center field. Elliott Maddox waiting for it and takes it. 1 out. When you're ordering American League Championship Series tickets, add $1 for mailing and handling charge. Send either a certified check, bank check, or money order to Ticket Director, New York Yankees, Parks Administration Building, Flushing, New York, 11368. Tommy Harper led off the first inning with a single. He singled to right, takes this pitch low and away, ball 1. They still play him way over to the left side, infield and outfield. He just looped one, dumped one into right field for the base hit that eventually led to the run in the first inning. Dobson's next pitch, curve, is cut on and missed. After Harper singled, he was forced out by Benitez, but Benitez, reaching first on the forced play, then stole second, kept on going to third when Munson's throw sailed to center, and scored on Evans' ground ball to shortstop. That's the only run in the game. Off-speed pitch comes in high, and it's 2-1 now to Harper. Dobson has the sign, rocks back on the left foot. The kick and the pitch. Swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Crowd reacting to a Yankee banner going through the stands. Red Sox lead at 1-0. Nobody on, 1 away as Dobson comes in with a 2-2 pitch to Harper. Bounces it to short. Mason has it. Fires on a cross. He's out. And there are 2 down. The batter will be Juan Benitez. In the first inning, Benitez sent a slow bouncer to the left side. Mason fielded the ball, ripped it on to Alomar to force Harper at second. There was no chance to go for a double play on it. So Benitez reached and scored. 2 down now, nobody on.
George Bankers, telephone.
Benitez, right-hand hitter, feet close, deep in the box. Fastball is hit in the air to right center field. It's deep. Long run for Maddox. Still going. He's got it. Elliot Maddox going up the little alley in center field toward the 420-foot sign and caught that ball to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Red Sox. And at the end of 3, the score is Boston 1 and New York nothing. When you play as hard as the Yankees, you're bound to have quite a laundry problem, which is probably not too different from your own. That's why you need the built-to-last dependability that Frigidaire washers and dryers are built to give you. Whether your wash day problems are Major League or Little League, Frigidaire gives you the day-in, day-out dependability you're looking for in a washer and dryer. And right now is a good time to get a really good deal on a Frigidaire washer and dryer at your local Frigidaire dealer. See Frigidaire now at all 150 BBD appliance centers in New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. For the store location nearest you, call toll-free 800-523-4270. And on the Frigidaire scoreboard, it's Detroit 2 and Cleveland 1 at the end of 1.5 in Cleveland. Lolich started. Lemanchik relieved for Detroit in the second. Peterson is pitching for Cleveland. Marv Lane homered for Detroit with a man on, and Oscar Gamble is homered for Cleveland with no one on. That's the only American League score we can give you. Detroit leading Cleveland 2-1. The rest of the games have not yet started.
Number 27, Elliot Maddox. Center field.
Well,
Maddox.
Elliot Maddox is ready to lead off the 4th inning for the New York Yankees. Boston Red Sox, 1 run, 2 hits. The Yankees, no runs, 1 hit. And ready with the play-by-play, here's Bill White.
All right, Frank Messer. 1-0 Red Sox here in the top of the 4th. Tiant's first pitch to Maddox is swung on, bounced in the hole, backhanded by Brosnan. Long throw, the first is not in time. Maddox beats it out. So Elliot Maddox with an infield hit leading off here for the New York Yankees, top half the 4th inning. That's Maddox's second infield hit in the ball game. That'll bring in Bobby Mercer, the Yankee right fielder.
Bobby Mercer. Right field. Mercer.
Bobby's been up once, and he flied to right field. He's 0 for 1. Set by Tiant, checking Maddox. And the pitch. Swung on, ripped a long way down the right field line, but it's foul, way back in the seats. Just a long strike. Bobby on the year batting .278. He has 7 home runs and 69 runs batted in. Yankees down 1-0 to the Red Sox here in the top of the 4th. Elliot Maddox on at first base with nobody out. Tiant sets. And the pitch. Breaking ball is pulled down the first base side. Yastrzemski has it, looks at second, then goes back, and he touches first ahead of Mercer for out number 1. Down the second base is Elliot Maddox.
Number 9, Greg Nettles.
Greg Nettles, the Yankee third baseman's in. He's been up once, guy to left. 1 out, 1 on here in the 4th inning. Red Sox leading 1-0. Each team with 2 hits. The Yankees have 1 error, and that led to the Red Sox run in the 1st inning. It's unearned. Nettles, .247 hitter, 17 home runs, 66 runs batted in. Left-handed batter. They're playing straight away here at Fenway. Here's Tiant now pumping down, setting, checking Maddox at second, and the pitch to Nettles. High, a ball. Cleveland leads Detroit 1-0 after 1. We have a later score on that, Mickey? Cleveland picked up 5 runs in the bottom of the second after the Tigers have picked up a couple on top of the second. So it's Cleveland 6, the Tigers 2 now after 2. 1-0 pitch to Nettles. Swung on, foul tip. That got Tim McCarver on the chest protector. And it's 1-1. Well, Fritz Peterson hadn't been getting too many runs for the Indians, but he's got 6 now. Cleveland got rid of Mickey Lolich. LeMantrick in there now. Peterson still pitching for the Cleveland Indians. Tion pumping down. Checking Maddox a second. Looks at him again. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Nettles. Tion taking a lot of time out there. Now the right-hander sets. And the 1-2 pitch to Nettles. Change up is high. It's 2-2. Tion taking a lot of time. Now he sets. Looks Maddox back to second base. And the 2-2 pitch to Nettles. Swung on, fouled back, out of play. Count still 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, Elliot Maddox down at second base. Red Sox leading 1-0 over the Yankees here in the top half of the 4th inning. The Dodgers lead Atlanta 1-0 after 8. Pittsburgh this afternoon crushed the Chicago Cubs 12-4 in Chicago. Now Tion's ready again. Taking a lot of time. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Nettles. Swung on, popped up in foul territory behind home plate. The catcher McCarver's there. He's got it for out number 2. So Nettles fouls out to the catcher, Tim McCarver. 2 down. That'll bring in Lou Piniella, the Yankee left fielder. Lou's been up once, got a high changeup on the first pitch and popped it up into shallow right to the right fielder, Dwight Evans. So Lou's 0 for 1, and he's 0 for 5 in the series so far. Now Lou takes a lot of time getting in. Backs out, takes a big breath. It's a big series for both ball clubs. Yankees, as of now, 1-run lead in the American League East. Here's a set now by Tion. He checks Maddox at second, and the pitch is inside a ball. Well, he had 34,981 here last night. They've got at least that many here again tonight. Of course, they can't approach their old 2-game record of 72,000 with the Yankees. That was back in 1956 because of the new fire laws here. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Piniella. Inside is 2 balls, no strikes. On deck for the Yankees, Chris Chambliss. And Tion takes a look over Chambliss in the on-deck circle. He's behind, 2 balls, no strikes on Piniella. Elliot Maddox down at second base. Red Sox leading 1-0 here in the 4th inning. Now Louis starts up, and he starts pumping down. He'll stop at the belt. Looks at Maddox at second base. And the 2-0 pitch to Piniella. Changeup is chopped slowly toward third. In there, up with it is Petrocelli. Throw the first is not in time. And Lou Piniella gets an infield hit. Looked like that ball was going to kick foul at the last moment. In fact, Petrocelli surrounded the ball. He was in foul territory, but the ball was fair. And his throw to first base was not in time. On the play, Maddox goes to third. So now the Yankees have runners at first and third with 2 outs. And here's Chris Chambliss. 2 infield hits by the Yankees here in the 4th inning, and they're threatening. In fact, all 3 Yankee hits against Louis Tion have been infield hits. Elliot Maddox has 2 of them, and Piniella just picked up 1. Chambliss has been up once, bounced to short. Setting is Tion, checking the runners, and the pitch to Chambliss. Line foul into the seats on the left side. 1 strike to count. Red Sox have Petrocelli at third base. Burleson's a shortstop. Griffin playing back on the grass at second. Yastrzemski holding on Piniella at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Chambliss. Swung on, loop to left. That'll be in the seats. Foul. No balls, 2 strikes on Chambliss. The home plate umpire, Don Dinkinger, with a new set of baseballs. Dinkinger umpiring behind the plate. Hank Morganweck at first. Marty Springstead at second. And Russ Getz umpiring at third. Now Tiant's ready with the 0-2 pitch to Chambliss. And here it is. Up and in, 1-2. Elliot Maddox at third base. Lou Piniella on at first. They both have infield hits here in the 4th inning. 2 men out. The count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Chambliss. They play Chris straight away in the outfield. That's Harper in left. Beniquez in center. And Evans out in right field. And here's a 1-2 delivery. Chop toward shortstop. Petrocelli's over. He's got it. The third baseman makes the throw the first, and he's in time for out number 3. Petrocelli cutting across in front of Burleson to make the grab and the throw. No runs, 2 hits, no errors by the Red Sox. The Yankees leave 2 men on base. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's the Red Sox 1, the Yankees nothing.
Computers. We're big on that. You deserve an airline that remembers your name. Ozarks Computer helps us not to forget your name, reservation, connections, your return plan. At Ozark, a big impersonal computer helps us deal more personally with you. Computers, we're big on that at Ozark Airlines.
Go Ozarks Evening Jet, 6:45 p.m. to Washington with through service to Champaign, Urbana, and Peoria. Ozark Jets to Champaign, Urbana, Peoria, and Springfield, Illinois. Call Ozark or your travel agent.
Hello, this is Bob Grant. Are you one of those people who says, Bob, I listen, but I never call? Well, if you don't call, why not? Try me on 489-1155. That's the number to remember on Dialogue Radio WMCA, your voice in New York.
On the bottom of the 4th, and Dwight Evans will lead off for the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox leading 1-0. Dwight drove in the Red Sox run back in the 1st inning with a bounce out. The Yankees had the infield back with 1 out and a runner at third base. That was Beniquez. And he bounced one to Mason. Beniquez scored easily. The Yankees elected to give up a run early. Evans batting .283, 9 home runs, 64 runs batted in. Ripped this one in the air to right field. Mercer moving toward the line to his left. He's got it. 1 away. That'll bring in Carl Yastrzemski, the right fielder. He's been up once, bounced to second. A good play on that ball by Alomar. Alomar had to backhand the ball. A one-hop shot to him. He knocked it down, scrambled after it, threw in the dirt, and Chambliss scooped it up. So Yastrzemski was robbed by Alomar and Chambliss back in the 1st inning. Yankees play him to pull. Got Mason, the shortstop, out behind second. First pitch hit right to Alomar. Second baseman with a nice hop. Waits for Chambliss to get to first base, and he flips over there for out number 2. So here's Cecil Cooper, the designated hitter.
Number 17, Cecil Cooper.
We're in the 4th inning, the bottom of the 4th. The Red Sox ahead 1-0. 2 outs and nobody on as Cooper steps in. Cecil bounced one out in front of the plate back in the 2nd inning, and Munson threw him out. A left-handed hitter likes to slap the ball the opposite field. Every once in a while, if you throw him a change-up or a breaking ball that hangs, he'll pull it. 8 home runs, 40 runs batted in. He's batting .268. Dobson misses outside with a fastball. And the next delivery, a breaking ball down low. 2 balls, no strikes. That has allowed just 2 base hits to the Red Sox so far. A leadoff single by Harper and a single to left by the catcher, Tim McCarver. Too high, it's 3 balls and no strikes on Cooper. On deck is Rico Petrocelli. Here's a 3-0 delivery to Cooper. And it's high, ball 4. Walked him on 4 pitches. Don't forget, the Daily News home run payoff inning for tonight's ball game is inning number 7.
Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli.
Although Cooper looks like he should be fairly quick, he's only stolen 1 base in 6 attempts. So he's at first base with 2 down as Petrocelli steps in. Rico's been up once, bounced to short. Right-handed batter likes to pull the ball. Pitch to Rico's a slider on the outside corner for strike. Yankees play him to pull on the left side of the infield, although Nettles is about 3/4 steps off the third baseline. Mason playing in the hole, not too far from Nettles. Alomar almost behind second. A lot of room for Petrocelli on the right side. The breaking ball is outside. It's 1-1. Chambliss having to hold Cooper. All Rico has to do is start a ball toward that right side. He'll have a base hit. Of course, he likes to pull the ball here. The Yankees will give him a single to that side. Dobson sets, checks the runner, and the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed the ball in 2 strikes. That walk to Cooper was the first pass issued by Dobson this ball game. Pat hasn't struck out anybody yet. He leads the Yankee pitchers in strikeouts. He's got, let's see, 139. Doc Medich has 138. Now the set by the Dauber. The 1-2 delivery. Swung on, fouled off on the right side. That'll go back in the seats. Chambliss after it, but he can't get to it. He gives up. Still 1-2 on Petrocelli. Cooper all the way around second base, has to go back to first. Red Sox 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. The Yankees no runs, 3 hits, have committed 1 error. We're in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Cooper at first base with 2 down. Dobson sets. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. Good sidearm curveball, and he caught Petrocelli looking. No runs, no hits. There was a walk and a man left on base. At the end of 4, the Red Sox lead the Yankees 1-0. Well, when you play as hard as the Yankees, you're bound to have quite a laundry problem, which is probably not too different from your own. That's why you need the built-to-last dependability that Frigidaire washers and dryers are built to give. Now, whether your wash day problems are Major League or Little League, Frigidaire gives you the day-in, day-out dependability you're looking for in a washer and dryer. And right now is a good time to get a really good deal on a Frigidaire washer and dryer at your local Frigidaire dealer. See Frigidaire now at the 150 BBD appliance centers in New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. For store location nearest you, call toll-free 800-523-4270. And on the Frigidaire scoreboard, after 3, Cleveland leads Detroit 6-2. The only other score we have for you in the National League is Pittsburgh 12, Chicago 4. That's the final. And the Dodgers lead Atlanta 1-0 after 8. And Mickey Marabito tells me that's the final. Is that Dodgers 1, Atlanta 0? So the Brooklyn, oh nope, I can't call them Brooklyn Dodgers anymore. That'll get those people in Brooklyn a little upset. The Los Angeles Dodgers 1, the Atlanta Braves 0. That's a final.
Number 15,
Thurman Munson leading off against Louis Tiant. We're in the top of the 5th. The Red Sox ahead 1-0. Munson's been up once, bounced to short. Tiant's first pitch is a called strike. Sidearm fastball right in there. It'll be Munson, Mason, and Alomar for the Yankees here in the 5th inning. They haven't done too much with Tiant either. Overhand fastball is fouled off over the roof on the right side. No balls, 2 strikes on Munson. The Yankees have 3 hits against Tiant, but all of them have been infield hits. Maddox has 2 of those, and Piniella has the other one. Yankees won last night 6-3 to take a one-game lead over the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. Swing and a foul tip held by McCarver, and Munson strikes out. Strikeout number 2 for Louis Tiant, and there's one away here in the 5th. Here's Jim Mason, the Yankee shortstop. He flied to center field his first time up. Pitch is hit in the air to left center. Moving over is Harper on the warning track. He's under it. He's got it. Mason flying to the center fielder Tommy Harper for out number 2. This is New York Yankee baseball. Let's pause for station identification.
This is WMCA New York, and Bob Grant stepping into the batter's box, hoping that you'll join me every day, Monday through Saturday, from 9 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon. Let's be heard.
Second baseman Sandy Alomar in now against Tiant. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. Rico Petrocelli at third, and Carl Yastrzemski at first, and even with the grass. Shortstop Burleson and the second baseman Griffin back. Tiant rocks back, kicks and deals, and then backs off as time is called. Tiant had already started his motion, but the home plate umpire called time. Now we're ready. The changeup is low, 1-1. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Outside and high, 2 balls and a strike. Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing, top of the 5th. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-1 delivery. Swung on and pulled foul outside of first base. Ellie Howard has to get out of the way. And the count's all even now on Louis Tiant. 2 on Sandy Alomar. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 delivery to Alomar. Swung on, popped into shallow right center. Evans coming on, so is Benitez. And Benitez makes a catch as Evans slides down behind him. Oh, we almost lost a couple of Sox there, but Benitez made the grab, and Dwight Evans, the right fielder, slid behind him. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for the Yankees. We go into the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's the Red Sox 1, the Yankees nothing. Oh, can you remember the last time you had a draft beer? Was it fresh and creamy? Did it go down easy with a special smoothness you can still remember? Well, if it didn't, it's probably because the last glass of beer you had wasn't draft beer. You see, draft beer has a taste that's tough to forget. It always seems to go down a little smoother, a little creamier, a little fresher than regular beer. Well, Peels took that unforgettable draft taste and they put it in cans and bottles, so you can enjoy that same great draft taste anytime, any place. So why don't you pick up a 6-pack of Peel's Real Draft and make sure that your next beer is a draft beer. It'll be 1 glass of beer you certainly won't forget.
Peel's Real Draft, the kind of beer you first love.
Now, Tim McCarver leading off of the Red Sox. We're going to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Don't want to run this game along too fast. Tim's been up once and singled to left field. He's only been up 15 times since he came to the Boston Red Sox on waivers from the St. Louis Cardinals. And he has 5 hits. 1 of them a double. No triples, no home runs. He's driven in no runs. He's a left-handed batter, slap hitter. Yankee outfield shortens up for McCarver. Dobson's first pitch, a breaking ball, is too high. It's ball. Red Sox leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So far, the Yankees haven't done anything at all with Louis Tiant. And the Red Sox haven't done much with Pat Dobson either. Red Sox run unearned. Dauber's 1-0 pitch. Fastball is fouled back and out of play. Red Sox picked up that run in the first inning. Harper singled to right field leading off. He was forced to second by Beniquez. Beniquez promptly stole second base, and when Munson Stroh went out into center field, he went on to third. With the Yankee infield back with one down, Evans bounced out, and Beniquez scored. McCarver checks his swing. He takes inside. 2 balls and a strike. In Dobson's 14 losses this year, the Yankees have scored just 23 runs for him. Tiant has lost 3 in a row, and he hasn't gotten a run yet. This is the first run he's gotten in 3 games for the Red Sox. Actually, 4 games. He lost games of 1-0, 2-0, and 3-0. Breaking ball is popped up. Mason, the shortstop, back out on the grass. He's under it. He's got it. And there's one away. McCarver popping to the shortstop, Jim Mason.
Number 2.
That'll bring in second baseman Doug Griffin. He's been up one sky to right field. He's a right-handed batter. Pretty good bunter, and Nettles and Chambliss shorten up. Hits one into center field. Maddox is there, moving to his left. Under it. He's got it. 2 down. Griffin, first ball hitting, skying to Maddox. That'll bring in Rick Burleson, the shortstop. He's been up one, sky to center. Neither team doing much mashing here. The Yankees have 3 hits, all infield hits. The Red Sox have 2, both singles against Dobson. So far, we've seen quite a pitching duel. Burleson 3 home runs, 36 runs batted in. Came in batting at .299. Chops one to shortstop. Mason digs it out. Fires the first in plenty of time. And the side's retired. 3 up, 3 down. After 5, it's the Red Sox 1, the Yankees nothing. Well, when you play as hard as the Yankees, you're bound to have quite a laundry problem, which is probably not too different from your own. That's why you need the built-to-last dependability that Frigidaire washers and dryers are built to give. Now, whether your wash day problems are Major League or Little League, Frigidaire gives you the day-in, day-out dependability you're looking for in a washer and dryer. And right now is a good time to get a really good deal on a Frigidaire washer and dryer at your local Frigidaire dealer. See Frigidaire now at the 150 BBD appliance centers in New Jersey, in New York, and in Connecticut. For store location nearest you, call toll-free 800-523-4270. And on the scoreboard, it's Cleveland 6, Detroit 2. Indians batting in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Montreal nothing. The Mets batting in the bottom half of the 1st. The Dodgers beat Atlanta 1-0. Sutton pitched that shutout. He's 15-9. Morton lost it. He's 14-10. And this afternoon, Pittsburgh beat the Chicago Cubs 12-4. Well, let's see. The Dodgers have already shut out Atlanta 1-0. And Cincinnati leads San Diego 1-0 after 1. And here at Fenway, the Red Sox leading the Yankees 1-0 after 5. Roy White in now against Tiant. And the change curve is high to White. White has flied to right field. He struck out, so he's 0 for 2. Now the Yankee fans here at Fenway start a little clapping. There are quite a few of them up here. The next pitch is down low. 2 balls, no strikes. I like those Yankee fans here at Fenway. Listen to them. Here's a 2-0 pitch to White. Swung on, pop foul, back out of play. And the count, 2 balls and a strike. It'll be White, Maddox, and Mercer for the Yankees against Tiant here in the 6th. It's getting late. Tiant's beaten the Yankees 4-5 this year. And the pitch swung on, line deep to left field. It's going to be up against the wall. Harper plays it on the second hop. White digging around first. He'll go into second, standing up with a double. Roy White getting a 2-1 fastball away from him, hit it high off the wall in left field. And hustled into second base with a double. That's the Yankees' fourth base hit against Louis Tiant. And the first one they've gotten out of the infield. So here's Maddox. He has 2 infield hits. White down at second with no outs. Petrocelli in close at third. Yashevsky playing to 3/4 of the way at first base as Tiant pumps down. Checks White at second. And the pitch to Maddox. Inside a ball. Now Louis flirting a little bit with danger now. He knows Maddox wants to hit the ball to the right side, but he's coming inside on him. He doesn't want him to go that way. But that wall is only 315 feet out in left field. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Check swing, it's outside. 2 balls, no strikes. On deck, Bobby Mercer. Red Sox ahead 1-0. We're in the 6th inning. White with a leadoff double down at second base. The count, 2 balls, no strikes on Maddox. Tiant pumping down. Checking White at second base. Still looking at him. And the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 2-1. Maddox backs out now. Now he gets back in. Elliott's choked up just a bit on the bat. Tiant setting. Checking the runner at second base. Taking a lot of time. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Maddox. Swung on, looped down the right side. It's going to be foul, and it'll be just out of play and out of reach of the right fielder Evans. And the count runs 2 balls, 2 strikes on Maddox. After 1, the Mets 3, Montreal 0. Mets picking up 3 runs in the bottom half of the first inning. Here at Fenway Park, the Red Sox leading the Yankees 1-0. Tiant takes so long looking for signs. Maddox backs out. Time's called. Now we're ready. White taking a walking lead off second. Burleson trying to keep him close there. Here's a set by Tiant. 2-2 pitch. High, ball 3. Counts full. No action in the Red Sox bullpen. Red Sox bullpen way out in right center. Yankee bullpen way out in right. They're back to back. Here's a set. The check of the runner at second base. Payoff pitch to Maddox. High, ball 4, lost him. Oh, Elliott Maddox walks. He's at first base. Roy White down at second, and here's Bobby Mercer, the Yankee right fielder. Mercer has flied to right field, and he's bounced to first, so he's 0 for 2. I think Bobby hit well here at Fenway last year. Has a chance to get the Yankees on the board here. White down at second, Maddox off first, no outs here in the 6th inning, and the Red Sox ahead 1-0. Here's a set by Tiant. And the pitch to Mercer. Inside a ball. And now Louis Tiant wants another baseball. McCarver gives it to Dinkinger and gets a new one. White cannot take too big a lead off second because the shortstop Burleson is playing Mercer almost behind second base. Roy has to respect that as he leads off second, Maddox off first. 1-0 pitch to Mercer. Change up, hit on the ground to second. Griffin's up. Goes to second for one. Back to first, not in time. And on the play, White goes to third. They get the force on Maddox, 4-6. Elliott took a good run at Burleson and ran him a couple of steps out of the baseline. His throw back to first was not in time. So the Yankees now runners at first and third, only one out. Here's Greg Nettles, a Yankee third baseman.
Number 9.
And Tion wants another baseball. Yankees have been doing an excellent job getting to second base and really disrupting that whoever goes across second, or either the shortstop. Last night it was Guerrera and the second baseman Griffin, and they've been really taking runs at him, stopping double plays. They smell about $25,000. Tion really takes a lot of time with men on base. He's got White at third, Mercer at first, only one out here. He also has a 1-0 lead in the 6th inning. Nettles has flied to left field and fouled out. Here's a pitch. Change up, called strike. Lou Piniella on deck. Petrocelli even with the bag at third. Shortstop Burleson playing Nettles to pull. Griffin cheating just a bit towards second. Yastrzemski holding on Mercer at first. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Nettles with a good rip at a fastball, just missed it. Tion ahead, now no balls, 2 strikes. And with every pitch here at Fenway, the partisans, at least the Red Sox partisans, making a lot of noise. I'd say about a third of the fans here are Yankee fans. Probably have another crowd around 34,000. As Tion sets, checks the runners at first and third. And the 0-2 pitch to Nettles. Swung on and missed, struck him out with a changeup. Two outs now. Here's Lou Piniella. Now time is called. McCarver wants to talk to Tion. The shortstop Burleson, the second baseman Griffin. Now they only want 3 guys on that mound at a time, so Burleson goes back. Of course, they're talking about what to do in case Versa starts for second base. Whether they want McCarver to throw the ball through the second, to throw the ball back to Tion, or to try to throw the ball at third base to Petrocelli. Well, they've decided what they're going to do. Runners at first and third with 2 outs as Piniella steps in. Lewis flied to right field and he's gotten an infield hit. He's 1 for 2. Petrocelli backs up at third, plays near the line. Pitch is in the dirt, scooped nicely by McCarver. Good speed on the bases for the Yankees. White at third. Mercer on at first or 2 outs. The Red Sox leading 1-0 with the top half of 6th inning. Tion sets. Throws to first base. Mercer's back. It's the first throw Tion's made to first base this evening. Now the right-hander sets. Pumps down. And the pitch. Bounce right out in front of the plate. Out quickly is McCarver, and Tion. McCarver with it, throwing to first, gets his man. Tion and McCarver both went for that ball. McCarver, the catcher, grabbed it, and his throw to first base was in time to get Lou Piniella. No runs on 1 hit, 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Red Sox 1, the Yankees 0.
This is Bert Knapp, WMCA News. Let's take a quick look at the primary situation. The polls will close shortly. The tabulating will then begin, and in not too long we'll have the results of today's primary balloting. Although the voting picked up slightly in the final 2 hours, it was very light and is unlikely to exceed 20%. The political pundits earlier had said that a light vote would favor Howard Samuels over Hugh Carey in the race for the Democratic gubernatorial nomination. Both candidates expressed optimism when they went to the polls to vote this morning. Other close statewide races are expected for Lieutenant Governor and Attorney General. Assemblyman Tony Olivieri, State Senator Marianne Kribsack, and Queens Attorney Mario Cuomo are the hopefuls in the former, while Rockland County DA Robert Meehan and Bronxboro President Robert Abrams are watching the results in the latter race. On the local scene, a close finish after a bitter race is predicted between incumbent Manhattan District Attorney Richard Pugh and former federal prosecutor Robert Morgenthau. You'll get all the results on the Barry Gray Show over WMCA following the ball game. Now back to Yankee-Bo Sox action.
Well, we've got a score for you. The Milwaukee Brewers have taken a 1-0 lead over Baltimore after 1 inning of play. Milwaukee 1, Baltimore nothing after 1. And here it's the Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing after 5.5. We're in the bottom half of the 6th, and Tommy Harper leading off against Pat Dobson. Harper single to right field, and he's bouncing short. Neto's in close looking for a bunt. Harper with good speed. Fouls the first pitch back. Red Sox 1 run on 2 hits, and that run is unearned. The Yankees no runs on 4 with 1 error. Harper's been hitting the ball to the right side. Yankees on the infield playing him to pull on the left side. Second baseman Alomar playing straight away. Chambliss playing off the line just a bit. Check swing down low. It's 1-1 on Harper. Outfield playing Tommy straight away. Here's a rock back to kick and the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Well, Mike Schmidt just hit his 35th home run in the first inning with a man on. So the Philadelphia Phillies lead the Cardinals at least 2-0, and the Phillies still batting in the first inning. 1-2 pitch to Harper. Sidearm curveball is outside. It's 2-2. Cincinnati 2, San Diego nothing after 2. Cleveland's added a couple of more runs. They lead Detroit 8-2 after 4. Dauber taking a lot of time. Now he's ready. The 2-2 delivery to Harper. Just missed inside, and the count is full. Three balls and 2 strikes on Tommy Harper. He's leading off here in the 6th inning for the Red Sox. It'll be Harper, Benitez, and Evans against Dobson. Dauber likes his sign. Here's the payoff pitch to Tommy Harper. Swung on, chopped to third, foul just outside the bag. Flag down by Nettles in foul ground, gets it back to Dobson. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes on Harper. Yankees leave here after tonight's ball game. They'll go down to Baltimore, play a twilight doubleheader tomorrow night against the Baltimore Orioles. Of course, we'll have both those games for you right here on our Yankee broadcast network. Pitch is chopped to third. Nettles way behind the bag. He's got a long throw. Just in time. They get him by half a step. Nettles way behind the bag and near the line. Got rid of the ball quickly, and they got the speedy Harper by half a step. 1 down. Harper bouncing out 5-3. That'll bring in Juan Benitez, the center fielder. Benitez forced Harper at second base in the first inning, stole second, went on to third when the ball went through into center field, and scored on a bounce out. He's also flied to center field. He scored the only run in the ball game so far. Takes a bunt, takes outside, a ball. Forget next inning, the top of next inning, the Daily News home run payoff inning. And the scooter will have it for you. Sidearm curveball is in there. It's a ball to strike on Benitez. Red Sox leading 1-0 here in the 6th inning. 1 out, nobody on. The 1-1 delivery. Called strike 2 on the outside corner. Slipped the slider over there. And it's 1-2. Yankees won here last night for the first time in 1974. Just won 1 game out of 8 here played. Swing and a miss, struck him out with a fastball. 2 down. Strikeout number 2 for Dobson. That gives them 141 on the season. That'll bring in now Dwight Evans, the right fielder. Evans drove in the Red Sox run with a bounce out in the first inning. He's also flied to right field. So he's 0 for 2.
Right field. Evans.
Evans has been one of the hottest of the Red Sox hitters over the last couple of weeks. Sidearm swerve gets past Munson, goes all the way back to the screen. Of course, nobody with the Red Sox hit in that Baltimore series. The Red Sox were shut out 3 games by the Orioles. But Evans has gotten some key hits for them. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 2 outs, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th, the Red Sox leading 1-0. Daubers, 1-0 delivery. Overhand curveballs, a called strike. It's 1-1. On deck is Carl Yastrzemski, the first baseman. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Overhand fastball, fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. The Brewers lead Milwaukee. The Brewers of Milwaukee lead Baltimore 1-0. That's after 1 inning of play. Baltimore just 1 game behind the Yankees. Tied with the Red Sox in 2nd place in the East. 1-2 pitch to Evans. Sidearm curveball. Bounce toward 3rd. Nice hop for Nettles. Fires the first in time, and Evans is out for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down. We're 2/3 of the way through the ball game. At the end of 6, the Red Sox 1, the Yankees 0. When you play as hard as the Yankees. Here at Fenway, the Red Sox leading the Yankees 1-0 after 6. Maybe this next fella can get these bats going. Guy who played on over, what? A lot of pennant winners. I'm going to think on 10 pennant winners with the New York Yankees. Yankee all-time shortstop, Phil Rizzuto. And you better get him hot, Scooter.
I'm ready, Bill, and this is the home run inning for the Daily News home run payoff contest. So let's see. We have Chambliss, Munson, and Mason, and the pitch to Chris is hit deep to right field, but Evans is right there and makes the catch of a solid line drive. Chambliss hitting the ball right on the nose, and Chambliss was batting for Bill Finn of Maspeth, New York. So 2 tickets will be sent to Bill Finn. And now Edward Lebrenz of Newburgh, New York, will be rooting for Thurman Munson. Thurman has bounced to short and struck out. Red Sox 1 and the Yankees 0. We're in the top of the 7th. Nobody's been able to take advantage of that strong wind blowing out towards left field. Of course, Dobson and Tiant have had something to do with that. They have been just short of sensational, both of them. Pitch to Thurman, strike 1 on the outside corner. Looks like both of them have been threading a needle all night. 1 out, nobody on. Petrocelli guarding the line at 3rd against Munson. On deck, Jim Mason. Tiant goes into that windup, turns the body. Fastball, this one just outside. It's 1-1. Outfield straight away on Thurman. Beautiful night up here in Boston. Another capacity crowd. Tiant kicks. side armor on the outside corner, a ball and 2 strikes. I tell you, that Tiant turned all the way around. He was facing center field. You could see the number on the back of his uniform so clearly. And it's tough for that hitter. Got to keep your eye on that ball all the time. Now the 1-2 delivery. Foul, back up over the roof and out of play. Tiant keeps throwing that ball away from the right-hand batter. Yankees are out-hitting the Red Sox 4-2, but the Red Sox picked up that unearned run in the first inning, and they lead the ball game 1-0. Tim McCarver, the catcher, gives the sign. Tiant's ready. He winds. That changeup is hit high in the air to right center. Benitez and Evans. Evans calls and makes the catch. Right now, we'll pause for station identification. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
I'm Malachi McCourt of WMCA-New York, and I'm here from 7 to 10 on Saturday evening, 4 to 8 on Sundays. Give me a shout and you'll get one back.
We're going to have a pinch hitter for Jim Mason. Ronnie Bloomberg is coming up. 2 tickets will be sent to Edward Lebrenz of Newburgh, New York. And now Philip Koch of Glendale, New York. That's my hometown. My mom's still living over there. And Ronnie Bloomberg will be batting for Jim Mason. Here in the top of the 7th, 2 out, nobody on. And the Yankees trailing 1-0. Ronnie is batting .304 with 11 doubles, 2 triples, 6 homers, and 38 runs batted in. And now Ronnie would love to make that 39 right here with 1 swing of the bat. Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing, top of the 7th. Lined up by Tiant. Fastball is right down the middle, strike 1 call. Ronnie always nervous, picking up dirt, rubbing it on his hands. On deck, Sandy Alomar. Outside 1-1. By the way, Lou Brock has just stolen his 104th base of the year. He is now tied with Maury Wills for the most bases ever stolen in 1 year, and is the record holder with 759 lifetime stolen bases. Changeup just missed the outside corner. Ronnie steps out of the batter's box, does some deep knee bends. 2 balls and a strike on Bloomberg. Yankees trailing 1-0, 2 out, nobody on. Bloomberg is the first Yankee batter to make Tiant wait a little bit out on the mound. The pitch is fouled back in the crowd and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. This crowd holding their breath on every pitch. Fastball, strike 3 call. Bloomberg is arguing, but it looked like it was right down the middle. And it's 3 up and 3 down. 2 tickets will be sent to Philip Koch. And the score in the middle of the 7th inning, the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. Say, this is Phil Rizzuto for the Money Store. Do you need money? Well, the Money Store wants to tell you how to get it free. No, you won't find anyone giving money away free of charge. But at Modern Acceptance Corporation, better known as the Money Store, we're doing something almost as good. We're giving away a 24-page booklet called A Guide to Borrowing Money. Now, this easy-to-read booklet is packed with vital information about bank loans, small loans, insurance loans, secondary mortgage loans, and many others. You'll learn all about interest charges and repayment plans. So whether you plan to borrow $500 or any amount up to $25,000, you should read this new booklet published by the Money Store. For your free copy, call the Money Store at 241-5000. That's 241-5000, area code 201. Ask for your free copy of A Guide to Borrowing Money. That number again is 241-5000. That's 241-5000, and this offer is for New Jersey homeowners only. Fred Stanley has gone in to play shortstop in place of Jim Mason, and Carl Yastrzemski will lead it off. Yaz was robbed of a base hit. Outstanding play by Alomar in the first inning. In the fourth inning, Yaz bounced easily to Alomar. Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing, bottom of the 7th. Cleveland leads the Tigers 8-2 in the 5th inning. Milwaukee leads Baltimore 1-0 at the end of 2. Pitch to Yaz is outside, ball 1. Mets are leading Montreal 3-2 at the end of 2. The Dodgers beat Atlanta 1-0. Pittsburgh beat the Cubs 12-4. Cincinnati leads San Diego 2-0 at the end of 2. Dobson winds. Curve low, ball 2, 2-0. It'll be Yaz, Cooper, and Petrocelli here in the bottom of the 7th. Curve bounced to first base. Foul ball. Chambliss was up with it deep at first. Dobson was over to cover. Yastrzemski never even left home plate. He knew it was going to be foul, or hoped it was going to be foul. And tempers are starting to get short here at Fenway in this close ball game. Fans are going by with Yankee banners, and I want to tell you, the Red Sox fans are being a little unfair about it. Red Sox are leading 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 7th, nobody out, a 2-1 count on Yastrzemski. Fastball just misses the outside corner, 3-1. Pat Dobson, who has been just about one of the top pitchers in the last 2 months in the American League. Fastball grounder right at Alomar. Sandy up with it. Over to Chambliss, and 3 times in a row now Yaz has bounced out to second base. 1 away, and the batter Cecil Cooper, the designated hitter. He was thrown out on a fine play by Munson in the 2nd and walked in the 4th, the only walk that Dobson has allowed in the ball game. Each pitcher has walked only 1 man. All right, Pat winds. Pitch to Cooper. Little low, ball 1. On deck, Rico Petrocelli. Dobson's curve is a little high, ball 2. Now, how do you like this Enos Cabell? All of a sudden, he's starting to hit home runs. He hit a home run in the 3rd with nobody on. And Baltimore has tied up Milwaukee 1-1 at the end of 2.5. Two balls, no strikes on Enos Cabell. On Cecil Cooper, and Nettles dives up with it, throws to first. They got him. A pretty play by Greg Nettles, diving through the air, and a ball hit to his left. Smothered it, came up, and threw him out. Greg has made several plays like that in this 2-game series. I had Enos Cabell on my mind. He hit the homer for Baltimore. That was Cecil Cooper, who bounced out. Now Rico Petrocelli. Rico has bounced to short and struck out. Dobson has 2 strikeouts in the ball game. Louis Tiant has 4 strikeouts in the ball game. Rico hits one in the air to center. Didn't get a hold of it. Maddox right there, and Elliott makes the catch. And that's 3 innings in a row now that Dobson has set the Red Sox down in order. Nothing across. The score at the end of 7, the Red Sox 1, the Yankees nothing. Well, that's it. In this ballpark, we've told you many times, a 1-run lead is never safe. Ball players diving, making spectacular plays, getting their uniforms dirty. That'll create a laundry problem. And that's why you need the built to last dependability Frigidaire washers and dryers are built to give. Frigidaire gives you the day-in, day-out dependability you're looking for in a washer and dryer. Right now is a good time to get a really good deal on a Frigidaire washer and dryer at P.C. Richard & Son on Long Island. Richard does more, Richard gives you more, and Richard is reliable. 8 super showrooms serving Long Island for over 64 years. Oh, let's see. On the scoreboard, no changes as yet, except that Milwaukee-Baltimore score is tied 1-1 in the top of the third. Cleveland still ahead of Detroit 8-2 at the end of 5, and Minnesota leads the White Sox 2-0 into 1. Mets lead Montreal 3-2 at the end of 2. Dodgers defeated Atlanta 1-0. The Pirates defeated the Cubs 12-4. Cincinnati leading San Diego 3-0 into 3. And San Francisco 1 and Houston 0 at the end of 1. For the Yankees, we're going to have a pinch hitter. Or are we? Nope, that's Sandy Alomar coming up. Sandy had gone back in the dugout, then came out again. Sandy has popped to third and flied to right. We're in the top of the 8th, and the Yankees trailing 1-0. Petrocelli way in at third base. Yastrzemski way in at first. The pitch to Sandy is strike one call. Louis Tiant into the windup, swings his body around. Fastball foul just below us. 0-2 the count. On deck, Roy White. Tiant gets the sign from McCarver. And the 2-strike pitch, high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Petrocelli moves back at third, as does Yaz at first. And the 1-2 delivery. Fastball hit high in the air, shallow right center. Evans comes on. Dwight Evans is there and makes the catch. 1 man out. It'll bring up Roy White. Roy has flied to right, struck out, and doubled off the scoreboard in left field. Yankees had a great opportunity to score in that 6th inning when White doubled. Maddox walked. Mercer bounced into a force play. Runners at first and third, only 1 out, but Nettles struck out and Piniella bounced out in front of the plate. So let's see if Roy can get the Yankees started again. Pitch to Roy. Change up is high, ball 1. On deck, Elliot Maddox. Elliot has been on base all 3 times in this ball game. There's a base hit to right field. Roy White hits a line drive by Doug Griffin into right field. Roy at first. And Elliot Maddox the batter. Elliot has singled twice and walked. Mike Schmidt has hit his 35th home of the year for the Phillies in the first with 1 on. He leads the major leagues in home runs. So the Phillies are leading the Cardinals at least 2-0. On deck, Bobby Mercer. This is the top of the 8th inning. A 1-0 cliffhanger, the Red Sox leading. Roy White, excellent base runner, leading away. Maddox, who can stroke that ball to right field. Tiant winds, pitch to Maddox. It was a pitch out, but White was not going, and it's ball 1. Dick Hauser flashing the signs to Elliot Maddox. Griffin playing over near second base. Big hole between first and second for Elliott. Tiant comes to the belt. Quick throw, but not quite in time. Boy, he's got a quick move. That's almost a balk move. All right, Tiant gets the sign from McCarver. White leading off first. Louis coming down in stages to the belt. Kicks and delivers to the plate. A pop-up that might be playable. Yastrzemski over near the stands. It is playable, and Yaz makes the play for the second out. Maddox trying to go to right field, pops up to Yastrzemski in foul territory. It's 2 out. And now Bobby Mercer. Bobby is flying to right, bounced to first, and bounced to second.
Number 1.
And if anybody's got time, run out and light a couple of candles for Bobby Mercer. I tell you, I must have met 20 priests today who have gone out and lit candles for the Red Sox. Two men are out. Bobby Mercer, the batter, wide at first. Stretch by Tiant. Bobby swings the bat around. Here's the pitch to Mercer. High, ball 1. Big gap in left center field for Bobby Mercer. If he can stroke one there, White can score. Beniquez is over in right center, and Tommy Harper in left field playing straight away. Also a big hole between Petrocelli and the shortstop Burleson. They're playing Bobby to pull. Tiant sets. And the pitch, foul back and out of play. Into the Skyview seats, it's 1-1. Red Sox won, the Yankees nothing. The Red Sox scoring an unearned run in the bottom of the first. And it's held up so far. Well, Fritz Peterson looks like he's been knocked out. Looks like Cleveland's changing pitches. They were leading 8-2 in the 5th. But the Tigers might be doing something. Bill Gogolewski has come on in the 6th inning. Here's the stretch. 1-1 the count on Bobby Mercer. Tiant kicks, delivers. There's a hard ground ball. Whoa, what a play by Griffin. Throws to Burleson for the out. Doug Griffin has just made a tremendous defensive play on a hot line drive by Bobby Mercer. He short hopped it, flipped to Burleson for the out. For the Yankees, no runs, a base hit, no errors, and a man left. And in the middle of the 8th inning, it's the Red Sox 1, the Yankees nothing. It's hard to talk about anything but this ball game, but do you remember the last time you had a draft beer, how cold, creamy, and smooth it was, and how easy it went down? Maybe you had it out of a keg at a picnic, or maybe it was at your local tavern with your buddies. But whenever or wherever you enjoyed your last glass of draft beer, you knew it was something special. The draft beer taste just seemed to have something extra going for it. Peels figured out a way to put that great draft taste in cans and bottles, and it's just as smooth and creamy as the kind of draft beer you've always enjoyed. Only now you can enjoy it at home or at the beach or poolsides. So stock up on Peel's Real Draft for the hot summer months ahead. That way, all you'll have to do to cool off is open your refrigerator door and get a draft. A can of Peel's Real Draft.
Peel's Real Draft, the kind of beer you first loved.
Well, the Boston Red Sox are playing the kind of defensive ball that the Yankees played last night. Yankees with a little loose play in the 1st inning cost them a run. They trail 1-0. And as we get ready for the bottom of the 7th inning, make that the 8th inning, it'll be McCarver, Griffin, and Burleson to face Pat Dobson. Told you about Peterson being knocked out, Gogolewski relieving him. Sanders hit his 2nd homer of the year in the 6th with 1 on for the Tigers. So it's at least 8-4 in favor of Cleveland, and the Tigers still batting. The pitch to McCarver, low and outside, ball 1. McCarver lined a single to left in the 2nd inning and popped to short in the 5th. Tim, a left-hand batter. In 1964, he had an outstanding World Series against the Yankees. And that was the last World Series the Yankees were in. Pitch is outside, ball 2, 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning here at Fenway Park. Dobson's 2-0 delivery is popped up. Fred Stanley, the shortstop, on the edge of the outfield grass. Has it, and there's one away. Oh, let's see. Dobson now has retired 1, 4, 7, 10, 11 men in a row. Brings up Doug Griffin, who has fly to right and fly to center.
Second base.
Pat Dobson has actually outpitched Tiant in this ball game. He's allowed just 2 hits. The Yankees have 5. Tiant has been rough in the 2 dangerous spots he was in the whole game. That pitch low and outside, ball 1. And now Milwaukee has scored a run in the bottom of the 3rd. They lead Baltimore 2-1 at the end of 3. As a pitch high, ball 2. 2-0. Let's see in the 9th inning for the Yankees. It'll be Nettles, Piniella, and Chambliss to face Tiant. Fastball, ground ball is short. To his left, Stanley. He's up with it. Throw to first, and there are 2 away. And that's 12 men in a row that Dobson has retired. And now here's Rick Burleson, who's flied to center and bounced to short.
Rick Burleson. Shortstop. Burleson.
2 out, nobody on. Boston in front, 1-0 in the bottom of the 8th. Strike 1. Good fastball by Dobson. Tommy Harper on deck. Pat's next pitch, sidearm curve, low and outside, 1-1. Sidearm curve lined right at Greg Nettles for the out. And so, 13 men in a row, Dobson is retired. The score now at the end of 8. The Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. Well, I'll tell you, what more can you say about this ball game? Listen to this crowd. They're going wild as they applaud their Red Sox going out. But Tiant has 3 big outs to get here. And before this ball game is over, it could be even a bigger laundry problem than earlier in the ball game. And that's where Frigidaire comes in. Frigidaire gives you the day in, day out dependability you're looking for in a washer and dryer. And right now is a good time to get a really good deal on a Frigidaire washer and dryer at P.C. Richard & Son on Long Island. Because Richard does more, Richard gives you more, and Richard is reliable. 8 super showrooms serving Long Island for over 64 years. Oh, man. I don't know whether I can get through this top of the 9th inning. The Yankees will have Greg Nettles, Lou Piniella, and Chris Chambliss to face Louis Tiant. Nettles flied to left, foul to the catcher, and struck out. That strikeout was a big one because the Yankees had runners at first and third and only 1 out. Rick Miller is playing left field now for the Red Sox in place of Tommy Harper. Tommy's arm bothering him. And so Darrell Johnson, the Red Sox skipper, wants a little more defense throwing-wise in the outfield. And Miller can go get him as well as Harper out there. He's an excellent outfielder. All right. This is it. The 3 toughest outs for a pitcher. Leading by a run in the 9th inning. A changeup is hit deep to center field, but right there, Benitez started in, goes back now, and makes the catch, backing up 1 out. Benitez misjudged that ball, but just for a fraction of a second, and was able to go back and get it. 1 pitch, 1 out, and here's Lou Piniella. The only man able to take advantage of the wind blowing to the left has been a left-hand hitter for the Yankees, Roy White, who hit the left field wall.
Left field.
Here's Piniella, who is 1 for 3. Fly to right, had an infield hit, and bounced out in front of the plate. McCarver throwing him out. 1 out in the top of the 9th. The Yankees trail 1-0. On deck, Chris Chambliss. 1 swing of the bat is all you need here at Fenway. The pitch to Lou. Low and outside, ball 1. Tiant winds. Low and outside, ball 2. 2-0. I'd say that Tiant will not give in. and throw a pitch inside to the right-hand batters. Everything has been away from them. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Outside, ball 3, 3-0, and Tiant wants a new baseball. This sure don't go away. Anything can happen here at Fenway, and usually does. The 3-0 pitch. Strike one right down the middle. Three-1 count on Lou Piniella. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the ninth. The Yankees trailing 1-0. Louis Wines turns the back on the hitter. Pitch, swing and a miss, and Piniella swung so hard he almost fell down. Listen to the crowd. Lou was going for the equalizer on that one. If he had hit it, he'd have hit it 9 miles, but normally when you swing that hard, you take your eye off the ball. So now it's a full count on Piniella. And with Tiant out there, you've got to expect the unexpected. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tiant shakes off one sign. He's got the one he likes. He winds. Pitch to Piniella. Foul out of play, and they got to do it over again. Outfield playing deep. They'll give up a single, but no extra base hit. Rico Petrocelli guarding the line at third. Tiant winds. His pitch, foul out of play again up in the roof. So Piniella hanging tough now, not taking that big cut. Here's tonight's attendance. 33,174, a little lower than last night's attendance. All right, again, the 3-2 delivery. Outside, ball 4, and Piniella's on. So the Yankee hopes are still alive, and the batter is Chris Chambliss. Chris has bounced to short, bounced to third, and lined hard to right field. On deck, Thurman Munson. Piniella's going to be taken out. We're going to have a runner. Is that Larry Murray? That's who it is, Larry Murray, the youngster from the Florida State League down in Fort Lauderdale. This young man made a pinch running appearance for the Yankees at Shea and narrowly missed stealing a base the first time he attempted. It had to be a perfect throw by Bill Freehan to get him. This young man can fly. And that's what the Yankees need now. Some speed on the bases. An extra base hit could possibly score the young man. Larry Murray running for Piniella at first.
Larry Murray.
Now Petrocelli moves in at third. Outfield remains deep on Chambliss and just about straight away. Murray has to be careful. I don't think he's been able to see Tiant too often except from the Yankee dugout during this game. Here's the stretch by Tiant. He comes down to the belt. Quick throw to first. He's back. Boy, he stumbled a little bit going back in there to first base. Gotta be butterflies in that young man's stomach right now. Big ball game like this. Tiant ready again. The pitch to Chambliss, inside, ball 1. And Louis didn't quite like that call. He just walked Piniella after going 3-2 and Lou fouling off 2 pitches. Now Chambliss looks down at Dick Hauser coaching at third. Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing. Top of the ninth, 1 man out. Larry Murray leads off first. Tiant comes down to the belt. Throw to first base. He's back. Murray looking at Elston Howard. Well, he can't help him much once he gets that lead. Tiant coming down again. That herky-jerky motion comes to the belt. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. High fly to left field. This could be trouble. Miller coming over near the wall, and he can't get it. It goes into the stands. Miller was way over toward left center. Had a long run, but the ball went back foul just into the seats. And the seats jut out at that point. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Thurman Munson is on deck. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Oh, man, a 1-0 ball game is a lot of pressure-packed moments. Yastrzemski holding the bag against Murray. Tiant coming down to the belt. He's down. The kick. And the pitch is hit deep to right field. That's going to be in for extra bases. And Murray, a fan touched that ball, but Murray is going to score. They're going to argue out there that a fan touched it. Chambliss is in with a triple, but the umpire doesn't have to give a ground rule double, because even if a fan touches that ball, it's in the umpire's judgment whether the run could have scored. And Darrell Johnson's arguing. So is Evans. And now the second base umpire, Springstead's going out. Even if a fan touched it as the ball caromed around the wall, it's not necessarily. They're calling it a ground rule double. How can they do that? It's not a ground rule double. And now Bill Verdon's going out to argue, and he's got a good argument. It's got to be a judgment call by the umpire. A Boston Red Sox fan can do that on purpose and grab the ball. But in the umpire's judgment, the run could have scored easily. Murray had no trouble scoring. Dick Hauser's going out to argue. Elston Howard is out there arguing. And Verdon has got a good case this time. There's no way they can call that an automatic ground rule double. No way in the world. Chambliss is at third and a run is scored, but if they send him back, Chambliss will be at second. Murray at third and one out. Chambliss really stroked it deep to right field. It caromed off the wall, and as it caromed, a fan reached over the fence and touched it. But there's no way that Evans could have got to that ball to get Murray at the plate and hold Chambliss to a double. And the Verdon can protest this game and have a good protest. The umpire going down the line to right field never did see the fan touch it. Springstead saw him, but that's beside the point. And now somebody from the Yankee bullpen is going to come in and explain that play, maybe. Oh, I don't blame Bill Verdon. While they're arguing, we'll be back shortly, but let's pause for station identification. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
This is WMCA-New York. Hi, I'm John Sterling. I'll talk about the Yankees and Bobby Mercer, but also about politics and Richard Nixon. Whatever you want to talk about every afternoon from 4 to 8.
Whitey Ford came running in from the bullpen to give his version of it, but of course the umpires won't listen to him. And now the plate umpire, Don Denkinger, is talking to Springstead and Morganwick. And let me explain that rule. It's not an automatic ground rule double when a fan reaches out and touches that ball. If in the judgment of the umpire, the runner could not advance to home on the base hit, then it's a ground rule double. But this way there was no chance to get Larry Murray and no chance to get Chambliss at third. And I believe they're going to send Chambliss to second and Murray back to third. But Verdon should protest this ball game, and he's still arguing out there. And I tell you, the first base umpire had run down to look at that play, and he was closer than Springstead. And Morganwick did not even see the fan touch it. And then he appealed to Springstead, and Springstead called it a ground rule double. And they're sending him back to second base, and that's got to be one of the worst calls I've ever seen. And I'm not just saying that because I broadcast the Yankee game. Whitey Ford wants to run out. The whole Yankee bench is up in arms. Marty Springstead has got to read that scorebook, that rule book. I want to tell you, Darrell Evans is out there now talking with the plate umpire. And Darrell Johnson has just been kicked out of the ball game by plate umpire Don Denkinger. Darrell Johnson has just been kicked out of the ball game. And wait a minute now, let's see. They might let him score and just put Chambliss back at second base. That could be it. If they do that, then they have let the run score, and Walt Williams is going to run in and run for Chris Chambliss at second base. All right. Feel a little better now, and coming out On deck after Munson is Alex Johnson, the newest Yankee, but let's wait and see what happens before we tell you anything else. Right now it appears the ball game is tied 1-1 with Walt Williams running for Chris Chambliss at second base. Darrell Johnson has been ejected from the ball game, and now Don Zimmer is out arguing. Man, if they had sent Murray back to third base. Buff Dinelli is over there. Buff has had a lot of arguments in his great coaching career in football up here at Boston and at Columbia, but I want to tell you, Buff, I can't last long this way if these things happen. This game is tight enough. Whitey Ford, who came in to give his version, goes back to the bullpen, and he is being roundly booed. But I tell you, that was a technicality. And the run is allowed to score. It's a double for Chambliss, a run batted in. Larry Murray scores. Walt Williams is running for Chris Chambliss at second, and Thurman Munson is going to be the batter. Hallelujah. A double and a run batted in. Man, I almost lost my voice in that argument. Now, Bill Verdon is asking for time, and he wants to talk to the third base umpire, Russ Getz. And he says Darrell Johnson has been ejected and Johnson is still in the dugout. Now let's see if Denkinger has changed his mind. But he made the motion that Darrell Johnson was out of the game. And now let's see, Verdon is talking to Denkinger. And now Denkinger is going to go over to the Red Sox bench. Man, excitement. They're carrying somebody out of the ballpark over there in back of the dugout. I want to tell you, this is unbelievable. Meanwhile, Tiant is throwing to the plate. And now Denkinger is making sure that Darrell Johnson leaves the bench. Don Denkinger over there in the Red Sox dugout making sure that Darrell Johnson goes back in the clubhouse. Oh, this has really been some kind of a ball game. The Yankees have tied it up 1-1 here with one out. Piniella walked. Larry Murray went in to run for him. Chambliss lined one. A tremendous line drive down the right field line. Caromed off the wall that goes around. Kicked twice off the wall. Then a fan reached out and touched the ball. At first, they were not going to allow Larry Murray to score. Then they changed that, let Murray score, but made Chambliss, who was at third, go back to second base. Walt Williams now is running for Chris Chambliss, and Thurman Munson will be the batter. The ball game is all tied up at 1-1. Munson is 0 for 3. He's bounced to short, struck out, and flied to right. And this crowd that was so happy and boisterous a little while ago, suddenly very quiet. They're going to walk Thurman Munson. And we told you Alex Johnson, the newest Yankee, is on deck.
Here's a bulletin from the WMCA newsroom. All three major networks have projected victory for Representative Hugh Carey in the gubernatorial primary.
Issued a warning. Nothing more will be thrown in the Yankee dugout.
Some things had been thrown in the Yankee dugout, and the umpires have issued a warning, which is only right. Should more things be thrown in the Yankee dugout that could injure a player, the umpires have a right to forfeit the game to the Yankees. And we don't want to see anybody hurt. And Alex Johnson is coming on. And Alex Johnson, his first appearance as a Yankee with Texas, batted .291. He had 14 doubles, 3 triples, 4 homers, 41 runs batted in, 20 stolen bases, so Alex can run. Walt Williams at second, running for Chris Chambliss. Thurman Munson at first, one out. In the top of the ninth, the ball game is tied 1-1. Don Denkinger penciling in Alex Johnson's name in the lineup card. Alex, a right-hand batter, the brother of the New York Football Giants, Ron Johnson.
New York, number 54, Alex Johnson.
And this is the way heroes are made instantly. All right, Johnson digging in. Here's the stretch by Tiant. Runners lead at first and second. He comes to the belt. Pitch to Johnson. Strike one called. A fastball on the outside corner. Alex can hit that ball to all fields. He's wearing number 54 now, but once he gets back to Shea Stadium, I believe his number will be 23. Right, says Bill Kane. Who's worrying about numbers when we're rooting for a base hit here? Runners lead off first and second. Tiant winds. His pitch low. And it's 1-1. And Tiant a little unhappy about that call. Yastrzemski had broken in back of Munson. McCarver bluffed to throw there, but didn't throw. And what excitement. A 1-1 ball game. Top of the ninth. Williams leading off second. Munson off first. Tiant comes to the belt. Kicks and delivers. Foul out of play as Alex was trying to go to right field. That ball is up on the roof. It's a ball and 2 strikes. On deck, Sandy Alomar. There's only 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Yankees with still a very excellent chance to score another run and go ahead. Told you not to leave. Anything can happen here. Louis Tiant checking Walt Williams. His pitch, foul, and Johnson stays alive. I tell you, Tiant jammed him with that fastball, but Alex got a piece of it. Alex built like a football player, just like his brother. Big, strong legs and upper body. Stands right up on that plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Munson leads off first. Walt Williams off second. Tiant stretches. And the pitch. Fouled again to the right side, not a play. Johnson going with that ball. And now Denkinger comes out to dust off home plate. Oh, man. What a ball game. All right, Louis gets the sign from McCarver. Again, he looks back at Walt Williams. Is ready. And the pitch to Johnson. Foul back again as Alex swings and stays alive. Nervous time at Fenway Park. Been that way throughout this whole ball game. Yankees have threatened a couple of times. Couldn't take advantage, but here in the ninth, they've come through to tie it. Now they're looking to go ahead as Louis Tiant is ready. And delivers. Side armor. Outside, and it's 2-2. McCarver tried to pull that ball over the strike zone, but wasn't quick enough. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. All right, the stretch by Tiant. Runners lead off first and second. He's ready. The pitch is fouled down the right field line again. Alex just protecting that plate and punching at the ball, which is the thing to do now. Doesn't want Tiant to get that 3rd strike by him. First time at bat for his new team, from Texas to the Yankees. Actually, he flew all the way from California to Boston. That's where the Rangers were. All right, Tiant with a new ball. Comes to the belt. And the pitch. Struck him out on a high fastball. Louis Tiant. A high fastball. Got it by Alex Johnson. So there are 2 out with 2 on, and the batter now Sandy Alomar. Sandy has popped to third and twice fly to right field. And now Dwight Evans comes way in right field. Walt Williams going to have to get some jump to score on a base hit. Benitez moves in center. Rick Miller moves in left field. All right, Munson leads off first. Williams off second. Tiant delivers to Alomar, pops it up. Petrocelli near the Yankee dugout. Might run out of room. He does, and it bounces on top of the Yankee dugout. Just by about 2 feet. out of the reach of Rico Petrocelli, so Alomar gets a break. Strike one on Sandy. Walt Williams runs down to third, has a little chat with Dick Hauser. Williams is getting a big jump down there at second base. He knows he's really going to have to motor to score on a base hit. The outfield playing very shallow. 2 out, 2 on. The score tied 1-1 in the top of the 9th. Louis Tiant comes set. Looking at Williams. Now the pitch. Outside, it's 1-1. I'll tell you, Williams has got himself an exciting lead down there. Hoping that the Red Sox don't put on a play and try and pick him off at second base. Tell you, if it was less than 2 out with the lead he's getting, he could steal third base, but he doesn't want to take a chance now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. The pitch to Sandy. Outside, and McCarver was going to throw that ball that time to second, but he didn't, as Burleson had broken over. So it's 2-1, and again, Tian a little upset with that call by Don Denkinger. Two balls and a strike on little Sandy Alomar. The stretch by Tiant. And the pitch. Is it in right center? Beniquez coming on. He's there and makes it catch. Oh, when that ball started out, it looked like a base hit, but it hung up in the air. But the Yankees do tie it up 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 2 men left on base. And in the middle of the 9th inning, it's the Yankees 1 and the Red Sox 1. Oh, boy. So Pat Dobson now has a tough 3 outs to get in the bottom of the 9th inning. Gene Michael is going to come in now and play shortstop for the Yankees in place of Fred Stanley. A reminder about Helmet Day, Sunday, September the 22nd. The Yankees will meet the Indians at 2 p.m. It's the final weekend game of the season at Shea Stadium, and all fans 14 and under receive a beautiful helmet. It's a handsome plastic replica of the official Yankee helmet worn by the players. And, of course, it goes along with the other Yankee gift day items of a cap, a bat, a ball, and a T-shirt. Remember, that's Sunday, September the 22nd. The Yankees and the Indians, it's Helmet Day at Shea Stadium.
Number 54, Alex Johnson, now in left field. Number 17, Gene Michael, a shortstop. Number 44, Phil Rizzuto at first base.
We've got a lot of changes for the Yankees. Alex Johnson moves in to play left field. Gene Michael is the shortstop, and Bill Sudeikis is at first base. And for the Red Sox, Rick Miller, who took over for Tommy Harper in left field, will lead off the bottom of the 9th. Harper was 1 for 3 in the game. Miller coming up for his first time. Miller, a left-hand batter. So the Yankees have Alex Johnson in left, Maddox in center, Mercer in right, Nettles, Michael, Alomar, and Sudeikis on the infield, Munson catching, and Pat Dobson on the mound. Here's his first pitch to Rick Miller. Curve, low, ball 1. It'll be Miller, Beniquez, and Evans. Dobson's next pitch, a curve, line to center field, and Maddox going to have to hurry and makes a basket catch. Oh, man, that ball was hit right on a nose, and Elliott got an excellent jump on that ball. Wow, 1 away, and here is Juan Beniquez. Bounced into a forced play, stole second, went to third on Munson's throwing error, and scored the only run for the Red Sox in the first inning. And he flied deep to Maddox in center and struck out. 0 for 3. One out in the bottom of the ninth. Dobson's pitch, sidearm curve, swing and a foul, strike one. On deck, Dwight Evans. And Dobson wants a new baseball. A 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the ninth. Son of a gun. Now Baltimore's gone ahead of Milwaukee 5-3 at the end of 4. Dobson sidearm curve, line to left field, a base hit. Alex Johnson in, up with it. And Benitez is on with a line single to left, and now the Yankees have to watch Benitez, who can fly. He stole a base in the first inning. And Alomar now talking to Dobson, saying, keep your eye on Benitez. Maybe a pitch out. Quick pitch to Dwight Evans, who's the batter. Evans grounded out in the first inning to drive in a run, fly to right in the fourth, and bounced to third in the sixth. That's the first hit since the second inning, and Dobson had retired 14 in a row before giving up that hit to Benitez. Bottom of the ninth, one man out. The speedy Benitez at first. Sudeikis holding the bag against him. They got a pitch out here or a throw over to first. Stretch by Dobson. He's checking the runner. There he goes, and the ball is thrown. Oh, bad throw by Munson. But a great play by Alomar to keep the ball from going into center field. Again, Munson's throw tailed away from Alomar. Everybody in the park knew Benitez was going, and why the Yankees didn't pitch out, I'll never know, although Munson had time. Again, he threw sidearm. His ball sailed away. This time, Alomar made a great leap to his left and one-handed it to keep it from going into center field. A stolen base, and they're going to have to watch Benitez again. He'll try and steal third. One ball. No, that was a strike to Evans. The stretch and the pitch. Line to right field. Mercer is there and makes the catch. Benitez tagging up. Throw to third. And he's in at third. The ball bounded away from Nettles, but not too far. A solid line drive by Evans to right field. Time is called now. And they'll probably walk Yastrzemski. Holy cow. A 1-1 ball game, 2 out. A runner at third. They got to watch Benitez. He might try to steal home. And they're going to put Yastrzemski on an intentional walk he has. They'd rather pitch to Cecil Cooper. Dobson's got to be careful of a balk now. There is ball one, Yastrzemski. Fans throwing paper and scoreboards out on the field. Ball two. Alomar standing right and back of Dobson in case Munson should overthrow. There is ball three. Remember, there are 2 out. We're in the bottom of the ninth, all tied 1-1. And this will be ball 4. And it is. So Yastrzemski goes to first. Time is called. Verdon is coming out. And let's see. Looks like Upshaw and Sparky Lyle in the bullpen. And Gene Michael comes in now, along with Munson and Dobson, as Verdon wants to talk about if Yastrzemski should try to steal and start a double steal. I don't believe the Yankees will throw through. It'd be too dangerous a play with the speedy Benitez at third. What they usually do here is Munson either fire the ball back to Dobson or bluff a throw to second and then throw to third. Cecil Cooper bounced out in front of the plate, walked, and bounced to third. He has been robbed of 2 base hits tonight. They're not bothering to hold Yastrzemski at first. Sudeikis playing way deep. They're going to let Yastrzemski steal it. And he goes. The curve is swung at and missed, and what a play by Munson on a curve in the dirt. Holy cow, Thurman came up with the play of the night. It's a stolen base for Yaz, but they gave it to him. They don't mind Yastrzemski. Benitez is the man that counts. If he scores, it's all over. If they get Cooper out, it's all over. But they got to keep an eye on Benitez. He likes to run. Dobson is pitching from a stretch position. 1 strike on left hand, hitting Cecil Cooper. Dobson comes to the belt. The pitch, curve, bounce foul, strike 2 right in the Red Sox dugout. So now Dobson is quickly ahead, 0-2. 2 out, 2 on in the bottom of the 9th, all tied 1-1. What a ball game this has been. The Red Sox scored in the 1st inning. The Yankees scored in the 9th inning. All goose eggs in between. But the Red Sox are batting with 2 out and 2 strikes on Cecil Cooper. Benitez leading off third. Yastrzemski off second. Here's the stretch. And the pitch, curve way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dobson wasted that one, that's for sure. Cooper steps back, gets a little dirt. Yastrzemski at second, Benitez at third. Dobson now checks the sign with Munson. Comes to the belt. The pitch, slice foul outside of third. That ball was almost by Cooper. And he just swung and got a piece of it to stay alive. He was looking for a breaking pitch, and Dobson had tried to slip the fastball by him. Almost did. All right, Pat pitched a tremendous ball game so far. Comes to the belt. His curve just missed the outside corner. You hear the crowd. Man, that was too close to take, but Cooper took it. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 up. Dobson looks around at his defense. Benitez is the man of the hour for the Red Sox. Dobson, the man for the Yankees. Pat comes set to the belt. The kick, and the pitch is high, ball 3, 3-2. So Dobson was ahead of Cooper 0-2, tried to get him to nibble, and now it's 3-2. And on deck is Rico Petrocelli. This is championship baseball, as it should be played. Ready for the big payoff pitch. Here it is, a curve, bounced in front. No, just foul. Munson started out after it, couldn't get it before it kicked foul. And the count hangs at 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out and 2 on. You got to have nerves of steel, I tell you, to be calm in this ball game. Oh, Dobson will have to do it all over again. He's ready. And the pitch, curve, ball 4, that loads him up. Dobson very careful with Cecil Cooper, walks him to load the bases. And now Rico Petrocelli. Rico has bounced to short, struck out, and flied to center. All right, Dobson still has to get 1 man out. 3 men on. Pitch to Rico. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. I must have lost 5 pounds just with the excitement of this ball game. Dobson sets again. All 3 Red Sox runners leading away. Fastball fouled in back of the plate. Strike 2. Dobson gets the ball, looks it over. I don't think he likes the feel of that one. No, he wants another one. Pat gets this one, feels just right to him. 0-2 on Petrocelli. Two out, bases loaded, all tied, 1-1, bottom of the 9th. Pat Dobson stretches. Sidearm curve, strike 3! Holy cow, what a job by Pat Dobson. I got to give him a big star on that strikeout in the clutch. And I want to tell you, all the Yankees on the top of the steps going to congratulate Dobson. And he showed me a lot of intestinal fortitude there. No runs. There was one base hit. No errors and 3 men left. And at the end of 9 full innings, believe it or not, it's all tied up. Yankees won and the Red Sox won. I'll tell you something else. The Yankees are now accepting mail orders for the 74 American League Championship Series. And if these playoffs are held at Chase Stadium, they'll be on weekdays during the week of October 7th. Now, tickets are sold in sets covering all 3 games. A set of box seats is $21 for the 3 games. A set of reserve seats is $15. Now, there's no limit on how many tickets you can purchase. And orders are handled on a first-come, first-served basis. To order Championship Series tickets, send your check or money order to Ticket Director, New York Yankees, Parks Administration Building, Flushing, New York. The zip is 11368. Be sure to add $1 for postage and handling to the total order. And remember, at this time, only mail orders are being accepted. I don't know whether the old ticket can take it, Bill Kane, but right now we're going to pause 15 seconds for station identification. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
This is WMCA New York, and I'm Richard Hayes, and join me every Sunday morning from 11 right on up until Yankee baseball time.
Diego Segui has come on to do the pitching for the Red Sox. Louis Tiant worked 9 innings. Tiant allowed 1 run on 6 base hits, and he did not allow that 1 run until the top of the 9th inning with 1 out. Now Diego Segui will be coming on. And let's check Diego. He has an earned run average not too good, 4.13. He's won 6, lost 7. Has 10 saves, though. That's the most of any Red Sox pitcher. And let's see. He'll be facing the top of the Yankee order. Roy White, Elliot Maddox, and Bobby Mercer. Now, Roy is 2 for 4 in this ball game. He's fly to right, struck out, doubled off the left field wall, and single to right. So Roy steps in. We're in the top of the 10th inning. And extra inning ball. Uh-oh, I didn't even know. That's how nervous I am that Frank Metz is supposed to do the 10th inning. Frank, there's a bunt down to third. Petrocelli throws him out on a great play. I'm sorry, Frank.
Okay, Bill, thank you very much. There's 1 away. Boy, what else can you ask for in a ball game?
Nothing.
Except to win.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Number 27.
How many holy cows was the top of the 9th worth? At least a dozen, Phil said. All right, 1 out. Elliot Maddox, the batter. Score tied 1-1. Bases empty. Diego Segui into the windup and the pitch. High with a fastball. Segui rocks and deals. Maddox takes a low outside pitch as he squared off. 2 balls and no strikes. Segui, a right-hander. Kicks and delivers. Ball 3. A little bit outside. Outfield is spread for Maddox. The infield plays him up the middle. Segui winds, and the pitch. Strike call. It's 3-1. Bobby Mercer is on deck. Maddox steps back, looks down at Coach Dick Hauser. Usually your hitter's on his own. 3-1. He swings and pops it up in a shallow right. Back goes the second baseman, Griffin. In comes Evans. Evans calls Griffin off, and Evans, the right fielder, takes it. Two down, and Bobby Mercer will step in.
Number 1, Bobby Mercer, right field.
7 catches in right field for Griffin. Mercer is 0 for 4 tonight. He swings and misses a changeup, strike 1. Score tied 1-1. Segui rocks over the rubber. Here's the pitch. Cut on, and he fouled it down, came up and hit him. Strike 2. Very dramatic top half of the 9th inning when the Yankees tied it up on a controversial play. And the 2-strike pitch to Mercer. Low and outside. Ball and 2 strikes. Segui is ready again, and the right-hander turns it loose. Curve is fouled back. Count holds at a ball and 2 strikes to Bobby Mercer. Segui looks in to McCarver for the sign. Hushed crowd here at Fenway. As the pitch comes to Bobby, hit on the ground to first base. Yaz backs off, has it, throws to Segui, and he's out. So the Yankees are out.
Here's a bulletin from the WMCA newsroom. Congressman Hugh Carey has won the Democratic nomination for governor, polling 62% of the vote in early statewide returns. Repeat, Congressman Hugh Carey has won the Democratic nomination for governor. And now, back to the ballgame.
Service. We're big on that. When you buy an airline ticket, you're buying service. And at Ozark, we try to give you your money's worth. Service and making reservations, planning your trip, at the ticket counter, service on board. Ozark didn't get where it is by being small in things that really count. Service, we're big on that.
Go Ozark's Evening Jet, 6:45 p.m. to Washington with through service to Champaign, Urbana, and Peoria. Ozark Jets to Champaign, Urbana, Peoria, and Springfield, Illinois. Call Ozark or your travel agent.
We go to the bottom half of the 10th inning here at Fenway Park, tied 1-1. Tim McCarver will be the leadoff batter. Then Griffin and Burleson. Pat Dobson has allowed 1 run on 3 hits, walked 3, struck out
Number
3.
33, Tim McCarver. Catcher, McCarver.
McCarver goes back to the on-deck circle, gets the pine tar rag, rubs on the bat handle, tosses it back to Griffin. McCarver singled in the 2nd inning. That was the last hit until Beniquez singled in the 9th. Dobson's first pitch. Right across, strike 1 called. Red Sox scored in the 1st inning. Dauber deals again. Ground ball is hit to first. Sudeikis has it, flips to Dobson covering. He's out. One away. The batter will be Doug Griffin, the second baseman. Harper opened the first inning with a single to right field. Beniquez forced him on a ground ball to short. Beniquez reaching on the play, stole second, kept on to third when Munson's throw sailed into center. And Beniquez scored on Dwight Evans' ground ball to shortstop. Dobson into the windup and the pitch to Griffin. Slider, check swing, strike called. Infield plays him up the middle. Next pitch coming. Cut on and missed. Strike two. Another breaking ball from Dobson. No balls, 2 strikes. Sparky Lyle stays loose out in the Yankee bullpen. We're in the bottom half of the 10th inning. Dobson fires. Low and away. Ball and 2 strikes. Tension-packed ball game. Dobson offers again. Ball is hit slowly to the left side. Nettles has it in front of Michael. Throws to first. He's out. Nettles cutting to his left in front of the shortstop, Gene Michael. Throws out Griffin. And now the batter will be Rick Burleson.
Rick Burleson. Shortstop. Burleson.
Burleson, right-hand batter. He's fly to center, grounded to short, and lined out to Nettles at third. Dobson's first pitch, taken outside, ball 1. Ball batted down by Munson. Picked up by the umpire. Denkinger throws a one-hopper back to Dobson, hit him on the arm. Dobson had to chase the ball down toward the third baseline. Probably saying to himself, thanks a lot. I really needed those extra steps after this ball game. 1 ball and no strikes, 2 outs. The base is empty. The windup, the kick, and the pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and no strikes now to Burleson. They play him to pull on the infield and in the outfield. Alex Johnson, the left fielder, now pacing back and forth. Maddox shades toward left. Mercer gives him right field, moves well over toward center. Michael in the hole. Nettles at the bag at third. Alomar near second. The pitch. High. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to Burleson. Rick Miller, the left fielder, is on deck. .30 pitch. Strike call. 3-1. Baltimore with a 5-3 lead over Milwaukee. They're in the 6th inning. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Check swing, strike 2. After every pitch, Don Zimmer, the third base coach, looks out to see if the outfielders have moved. 3-2 delivery. Popped up. In foul ground outside of first. Sudeikis is there, and one hands it to retire the side. So Dobson gets the Red Sox in order in the bottom half of the 10th inning. And at the end of 10, the score, New York 1 and Boston 1. Well, the Yankees have played hard in this game, and when you play as hard as the Yankees, you're bound to have quite a laundry problem. A problem probably not too different from your own. That's why you need the built-to-last dependability that Frigidaire washers and dryers are built to give you. Whether your wash day problems are Major League or Little League, Frigidaire gives you the day-in, day-out dependability you're looking for in a washer and dryer. And right now is a good time to get a really good deal on a Frigidaire washer and dryer at your local Frigidaire dealer. See Frigidaire now at MacArthur's, 87 West Main Street, Somerville, New Jersey, where outstanding customer service has been a tradition for nearly 20 years. And we'll check the Frigidaire scoreboard. At the end of 6, Baltimore 5, Milwaukee 3. McNally all the way for Baltimore. Bill Travers relieved Bill Champion in the 4th when Baltimore scored 4 runs. Paul Blair, who saved the game with a catch last night, homered tonight. Other scores, Cleveland defeated Detroit 12-6. Fritz Peterson the winner, 9-11. Mickey Lolich the loser, 16-18. Minnesota 2, Chicago 1 at the end of 6.5. Greg Nettles will lead off here for the Yankees. We'll give you the National Leagues if we get a chance. Montreal leads the Mets now 6-3. Mets batting in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Greg Nettles is 0 for 4 tonight. Diego Segui into the windup, and the pitch swung on and foul back, strike 1. Los Angeles on the 4-hit shutout pitching of Don Sutton beat Atlanta 1-0. Pittsburgh 20 hits, defeating Chicago 12-4. Cincinnati 5, San Diego 1 at the end of 7.5. Philadelphia 6, St. Louis 2 at the end of 4.5. Lou Brock has set a new National League career record for stolen bases and tied Maury Will's single-season record with his 104th this year. 1-strike pitch. Nettles takes it down low, had the plate, but low. San Francisco 4, Houston 2 at the end of 5.5. 1-1 deal. Nettles hits a ground ball to second base. Griffin is up with it. Throws him out. 1 away.
Number 17.
Now Gene Michael.
Shortstop. Michael.
Michael will bat for the first time in this ball game. Michael, switch hitter, batting, of course, left-handed against the right-hander Diego Segui. Michael hitting .252, 12 runs batted in. Takes ball 1. Crowd tonight of 33,174. Looks like they're all still here. You can't see an empty seat in this house. The pitch hit in the air to the right side of the infield. Griffin, the second baseman, waiting under it and makes the catch. 2 away. And now Bill Sudeikis will come up for the first time.
Bill Sudeikis. First base. Sudeikis.
Sudeikis, another switch hitter. He'll be up there as a left-hand batter. Sudeikis is hitting .228, 7 home runs, 38 RBIs. Much better average left-handed, .260, than right-handed, .215. But 6 of his 7 home runs have been hit right-handed. 11th inning, 2 outs, none on, 1-1 ball game. Segui into the windup, and the pitch to Sudeikis. Change up, curveball is in for a called strike. Just floated up there with a bend to it. Right-hander's ready again, kicks and deals. Sudeikis lines, base hit into right field. Yastrzemski jumped for it, couldn't reach it. So Sudeikis is on with a 2-out single as Evans fires the ball back into Doug Griffin. That is the first hit and first base runner off Segui, who had retired 5 men in a row after starting the 10th inning. Thurman Munson will come up. Thurman is 0 for 3. They walked him intentionally in the 9th. Yankees scored in the 9th with 1 out. Piniella walked. and Chambliss. Doubled. Pitch. Swing and a foul back off the mask of McCarver. That shook him up. Pinello walked. Larry Murray went in to run for him. Chambliss drilled a double to right field. And even though they ruled fan interference on it, they allowed Murray to score after a heated argument on both sides. They ruled fan interference, but they also ruled that Murray could score to tie the ball game up. They walked Munson. Alex Johnson batted for Fred Stanley and struck out, and Alomar flied to center. So now we're in the 11th inning, tied 1-1. Sudeikis at first base, no balls and a strike on Thurman Munson. Segui comes set, kicks and deals, overhand pitch down low, 1-1. Like a sinker ball from the right-hander. He's ready again and offers. Munson, did he check it? He did not. He went around on a check swing. Went too far, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Yastrzemski holding Sudeikis on down at first. 2 outs. And Segui ready to work again. Right-hander delivers. Fastball is bounced down the third baseline, foul. Crowd not quite as large as last night, but it is a big one. Now Segui looks in for the sign. The murmur goes through the crowd. Hands are at the belt. And the 1-2 pitch. Hit right back to the pitcher on 1 out, and he throws Munson out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man is left. So now in the middle of the 11th inning, the score, the New York Yankees won and the Boston Red Sox won. Remember the last time you had a draft beer? How cold, creamy, and smooth it was, and how easy it went down? Maybe you had it out of a keg at a picnic, or maybe it was down at your local tavern with your buddies. But whenever or wherever you enjoyed your last glass of draft beer, you knew it was something special. The draft beer taste just seemed to have something extra going for it. Peel's figured out a way to put that great draft taste in cans and bottles, and it's just as smooth and creamy as the kind of draft beer you've always enjoyed. Only now you can enjoy it at home, or at the beach or poolside. So stock up on Peel's Real Draft. There will still be some hot days of summer left, and that way, when those days come, all you have to do to cool off is open your refrigerator door and get a draft. A can of Peel's Real Draft.
Peel's Real Draft, the kind of beer you first loved.
Number 16.
Well, Rick Miller will lead off
Left field.
as we go to the bottom half of the 11th inning. Miller batting in the number 1 spot on the batting order after replacing Harper as a defensive measure in left field. He flied to center his only time at bat. Left-hand hitter the pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball, strike 1. Yankees have 1 run on 7 hits. The Red Sox 1 run on 3 hits. The Boston run is unearned, scored in the first inning. Dauber deals. Pitches hit in the air to shallow right. Long run for Mercer coming. He's there and he's got it. One out, brings up Juan Benitez, the Boston center fielder.
Number 20, Juan Benitez.
Benitez scored the Boston run in the first inning. He reached on a force out, stole second, went on to third on Munson's throwing error, and scored on Evans' ground ball to shortstop. That is the one Boston run in this game. And with the error, it was an unearned run. First pitch to him here. Bounce foul outside of third, dribbling toward the Yankee dugout. No balls, one strike. And that pressure-packed 11th inning, top half, when or 9th inning rather, when the Yankees tied it up. A warning was issued to the fans against throwing things into the Yankee dugout. Now the 0-1 pitch. Bounced off the plate down the third base line, foul ball. Manager Bill Burden came out, talked to the umpires. They went over to home plate umpire Don Deckinger, went over to Red Sox manager Darrell Johnson, told him to inform the public address announcer to issue the warning. Since then, things have been right calm. The 0-2 pitch. Inside, almost hit him. He just spun his left shoulder away. Hoped that ball would nick his uniform and he'd get first base. Ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch to him, high and away, 2-2. Dobson has gone all the way for the Yankees. Allowed only 3 hits, one in the first inning, one in the second, no more until the 9th, when Benitez singled after one man was out. With the bases loaded in the 9th, he struck out Rico Petrocelli. Benitez steps out, now in again. Dobson's pitch popped up down the first base line. Sudeikis calling. In foul ground now. He's under it. One-hand catch. And there are 2 outs.
Number 24.
The batter will be Dwight Evans.
Dwight Evans.
Evans drove in the run in the first inning with a ground ball to shortstop. One to one in the top of the 11th. Dobson's pitch to Evans. Slider low and away. Ball 1. He deals again. Same pitch, low and away. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Evans. Evans is 0 for 4. Grounded out twice and twice flied out to right field. Here are the fans out in the center field bleachers reacting to something or other. Milwaukee has tied Baltimore 5-5 at the end of 7. Pitch is swung on and missed by Evans. Brewers got 2 runs in the 7th inning, and that game is tied 5-5. Two-1 now to Evans. Cut on and fouled off. Dobson walks around behind the mound, takes the cap off, mops the perspiration away, goes for the rosin. Now he's back on the pitching rubber. And the 2-2 pitch to Evans. Hit in the air to left field. It is way up there. It is off the wall. Extra base hit. Johnson plays the carom and throws into third. Ball gets through, but backed up by Nettles as it got through Gene Michael. A 2-base hit for Dwight Evans. A lot of bated breath on that one to see whether the ball would reach the screen. But it hit the wall about halfway up.
Number 8.
The winning run is at second, and Carl Yastrzemski is the batter. And in a situation like this in the ninth, they walked him, and I would presume the same thing now and pitch to Cooper. They'll put him on. This will be only the fourth walk given up by Dobson, and 2 of the 4 have been intentional walks to Yastrzemski. Ball 2 comes in. After he walked Yastrzemski in the 9th inning, he unintentionally walked Cecil Cooper, but then struck out Rico Petrocelli with the bases loaded. Ball 3 has been thrown. And now ball 4, they walk Yastrzemski. Let's pause for station identification. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
Hi there, this is Long John Neville.
And Candy Jones.
On WMCA New York.
Join us tonight.
And every night.
Right after the midnight news.
Manager Bill Verdon went out to the mound, and while he talked to Munson and Dobson, Don Zimmer, the third base coach, came down to talk to the hitter, Cecil Cooper. Cooper's a left-hand batter. He's been thrown out on 2 sparkling plays, one by Munson and one by Greg Nettles. The other 2 times to the plate he's walked. Dobson starts the stretch motion, the set, and the pitch. Cooper swings and fouls one into the seats on the left field side. Score tied 1-1. Runners at first and second. 2 outs in the bottom half of the 11th inning. Evans at second, Yastrzemski at first. Cooper, left-hand hitter. And the 0-1 pitch. Bounced foul at the plate. Strike 2. Dobson again off behind the mound. Climbs up the first base side of the mound this time. Plants the right foot on the rubber, kicks the dirt away, plants it again. Bends down with a glove containing the ball on his left knee, has the sign, comes set, 2-strike pitch, hit in the air down the left field line, headed for the seats, foul, and it is out of play. Michael, Nettles, and Alex Johnson all giving chase. Two on, 2 gone. No balls and 2 strikes on Cecil Cooper, the designated hitter for the Red Sox tonight. Dobson working very deliberately, and you can understand why. Bends in for the sign, has it. And the 0-2 pitch. Curveball hit down the right side. Smothered by Alomar. He throws to first. He's out! Oh, what a play by Alomar! Unbelievable play by Sandy Alomar. I can't believe it. Sudeikis may be shaken up on the play, but he's walking off the field. I was getting ready to say a great play by Alomar saves the run from scoring. He not only did that, he got the man at first base. I don't know how much more of this I can stand. At the end of 11, it's the Yankees 1 and the Red Sox 1. When you play as hard as the Yankees, you're bound to have quite a laundry problem, which is probably not too different from your own long about now. That's why you need the built to last dependability that Frigidaire washers and dryers are built to give you. Whether your wash day problems are Major League or Little League, Frigidaire gives you the day in, day out dependability you're looking for in a washer and dryer. And right now is a good time to get a really good deal on a Frigidaire washer and dryer at your local Frigidaire dealer. See Frigidaire now at Westbury Appliance Company, 154 Post Avenue in Westbury, New York. You'll find Westbury Appliance are very dependable people. Oh, that play by Alomar. Leaped through the air, pardon me, smothered the ball, came up and got it to Sudeikis in time for the out at first. We go to the 12th inning, and Alex Johnson will lead off for the Yankees.
Number 54, Alex Johnson. Left field.
Alex Johnson struck out with the bases loaded in the ninth. No, with runners at second and third in the ninth, he struck out. That was after Larry Murray had scored the tying run. Alex, right-hand batter. Diego Segui has the sign, the windup, and the pitch. Fastball low, ball one. Alex was hitting .291 for the Texas Rangers. The windup again and the pitch to him. Foul back over the roof, strike two. Alex really is not a home run hitter, more of a line drive type hitter. He has good speed. 1-1 pitch to him. Hit out to deep right center field, giving chase Beniquez. This one is gone. No sooner said it than he homers into the bullpen in right center field. Alex Johnson, a tremendous home run, 400 and some feet into the bullpen in right center. What a reaction he'll get back in the dugout. He's not an emotional man. Gene Michael, the first man to shake his hand, and right behind Michael is Dobson. And the Yankees take the lead, 2-1. Glory, Oski Sandy. No sooner said he's not a home run hitter. Ought to say it more often. Sandy Alomar now. Swings on the first pitch, pops it into shallow right. Evans is there, makes the catch. Alex Johnson paying a tremendous dividend in his first ball game for the Yankees. Roy White now will step in. One out, nobody on. The pitch is high to White. Roy has had 2 for 5 in this game. A double and a single. Segui rocks and deals. White takes high. Now the look for the sign on the pitch. Low and inside. Ball 3. Nothing count to White. Yankees leading 2-1 in the 12th, and the pitch. Strike call, 3-1. Elliot Maddox is on deck. Here's the 3-1 pitch. White slams it foul toward the roof in left field. Over the roof. Diego Segui looks down again to McCarver for the sign. And the pitch. High and tight, White is on. First walk given up by Segui. Tiant pitched 9 innings, allowed 1 run, 6 hits. Tiant walked 3, struck out 5. And now Elliot Maddox with Roy White at first base and 1 out. Throw over there, White's back. Bobby Mercer is on deck. Yastrzemski holding the inside corner of the bag on Roy White. White staring intently at the pitcher Segui. Takes his lead. He's leaning. He goes. Pitch is swung on. Hit in the air to right field. Evans chasing back. Still going back. Still back. And he makes the catch back in front of the bullpen fence. White was down to second base and hustles back to first. Maddox gave it a long ride, but Evans got to it on the track right in front of the bullpen fence.
Number 1, Bobby Mercer, right field.
Now Bobby Mercer. Bobby is 0 for 5 tonight. White at first, 2 outs. And Segui's pitch to Mercer. Pitch out, high and away. Pitch out called for by McCarver. No play was on. Segui again looks for the side. White edges away, and the pitch to Bobby. They pitch out again, ball 2. Two balls and no strikes. Dick Hauser going through all sorts of signs on the third base coaching line. Now Mercer steps out and makes Segui wait. Petrocelli is laying in shallow at third base on Bobby. The shortstop Burleson way over, almost behind second. Griffin back in the grass, deep in the hole between first and second. Throw to first. White is back. Stretch by Segui. And the 2-0 pitch. Strike call. Fastball poured through. Again, Dick Hauser looks into the dugout. He picks up a sign from Bill Verdon and relays it. Segui ready to work. Comes set at the belt. And the pitch, White goes. It's high. The throw to second base. And he's safe at second. Roy White steals second. McCarver's throw appeared to be right on the money. White just outraced it as Burleson, the shortstop, covered. Bobby took the pitch high for ball 3, and it's 3-1. What a time this would be for Mercer to come through with a base hit. And now McCarver goes out, maybe to see if Segui going to pitch now to Mercer or put him on and pitch to Nettles. McCarver comes back, and they'll pitch to Bobby. Count 3 balls, 1 strike. Or maybe McCarver went out to be sure they were set on their signs now with the runner at second base. Segui's turn to wipe away the perspiration. Touches the back of his head, bill of his cap. Flaps the glove a couple of times, looks into McCarver, bobs his head up and down. And he's ready with a 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Mercer takes strike 2 and a full count. Bobby just turns around and looks at the plate umpire, Denkinger. Three-2 pitch now to Mercer. Swings and misses, strike 3. Segui strikes out Mercer, but the Yankees take the lead. 1 run on 1 hit. The leadoff home run by Alex Johnson. No errors, and 1 man is left on. And now in the middle of the 12th inning, the score, the New York Yankees 2 and the Boston Red Sox 1.
Beginning with the 9th.
Attention, please.
Back at Fenway Park, Frank Messer here, as Sparky Lyle comes on to pitch for the New York Yankees. And Otto Velez comes in to play first base. I don't know what the injury was to Sudeikis. We told you on that great play to end the 11th inning. Sudeikis came up slowly after stretching for Alomar's throw and may have pulled some, I just don't know. But anyway, Velez is in to play first. And Sparky Lyle is in to pitch. What a game Pat Dobson pitched. 11 innings. 1 run that was not earned. Only 4 hits. 4 walks, 2 of them intentional, and 3 strikeouts. And now Sparky Lyle is on to pitch the bottom half of the 12th inning. He'll be pitching to Petrocelli, then McCarver and Griffin. Rico Petrocelli with the good home run power to left field. And out in Milwaukee, the Orioles did not score in the top of the 8th inning. That ball game is tied 5-5. Rico Petrocelli tonight is grounded to short, been called on strikes, flied to center, and struck out swinging. Lyle trying to save the ball game for Pat Dobson. The windup and the pitch to Petrocelli. Inside, ball 1. Lyle ready again. Offers. Strike on a check swing. Petrocelli argues now with Don Denkinger. One ball, 1 strike. Yankees leading 2-1 in the bottom half of the 12th inning. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Lyle pitched last night. Did not get credit for a save. He's ready with a 1-2 pitch to Petrocelli. Here it is. Struck him out swinging. Sparky Lyle just overpowered Rico Petrocelli. One out. Darren Johnson comes out. Lyle came in last night following Yastrzemski's 8th inning home run off Doc Medich. Gave up a base hit to Darren Johnson, who batted for Bernie Carbo. Petrocelli hit a ball over 400 feet that Maddox caught in center to retire the 8th inning, and then he got the side in order in the 9th, got Griffin on a ground ball, and struck out Burleson and McCarver.
Number 30, Darren.
So now Darren Johnson, who had that base hit off Sparky last night, will step in now. Right-hand hitter with good power. Johnson, a batting average of 177, but 13 home runs. Lyle kicks and deals. He pops it up, but it's going to be out of play. Back toward the crowd. Munson runs it back, but it's in the crowd. One out, nobody on. No balls and a strike on Darren Johnson. Lyle had walked back off the rubber, off the mound, now climbs back on top. Has the side, starts the windup, and the pitch. High with a fastball, 1-1. They play well around to the left side on Johnson. And the next pitch, cut on and fouled off. Ball and 2 strikes. Greg Nuttles looks around to see where Alex Johnson is playing, or looks out that way. Johnson pulled over toward the corner in left field. Maddox shades toward left. 1-2 pitch. Low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees are leading by a score of 2-1 here in the bottom half of the 12th inning. The windup, the pitch to Darren Johnson. Struck him out swinging. Lyle strikes out Petrocelli. And now Darren Johnson, who is batting for Tim McCarver. And Bill Burden comes out. Let's see, they're going to send a batter up there for Griffin. We'll have to wait till he turns around, gives us a peek at his number. Oh, this is that Jim Rice that hit all the home runs in the minor leagues this year. Jim Rice. That calls for a conference out on the mound.
For Boston,
All the 4 infielders get together.
Jim Rice. Batting for Griffin.
Rice is hitting .276, but up 29 times with 8 hits, all singles. Velez held a little conference of the infielders out there. Sure, he saw Rice play. Some idea what kind of a hitter he is. Lyle to the windup and the first pitch to him. He swings.
Ground ball is short. Michael's got it. The throw to first. The Yankees win it. Well, the Yankees came and conquered at Fenway Park in Boston. A home run by Alex Johnson in the top of the 12th inning wins it for the Yankees 2-1.